Yeah, Joe Biden. What a kook. I can't wait till he meets Greta Thunberg. Can we get those two together? Have him creep out on her. He hugs her for too long. He's like, is it global warming or is it hot in here? She's like, how dare you? I'm a big fan of Asians. I think they're the best group. I think they're number one. I don't think they get the credit they deserve. I'm an Asian supremacist all the way. I think they're better than the rest. Any Asian people here? Hey, all right. You should be working. Come on. What are you doing having a good time? That's not the Asian I know, goddammit. I want you dealing blackjack or sitting on a box peeling something. Come on. I mean, this is a tough time in history for black people. Black people are going through it. The two people who have it tough right now are black people and women named Karen. They're having a tough go. But yeah, poor black people. I mean, they got hit hard by the disease, which I'm shocked by because black people are so strong. I'm surprised. I thought they'd be fine with illness. I mean, look at Magic Johnson. He's still kicking, right? He's doing great. Hell, he beat Kobe. People try to figure me out through my act. It's all jokes. I told an abortion joke recently, and a woman approached me. She was like, hey, that's very insensitive. I've had an abortion. You shouldn't tell jokes like that. I was like, whoa, hey, sorry. I just told a joke. I think what you did was much worse. I saw a bunch of people online are saying racist shit to Asian people. I'm like, look, if you're going to type a bunch of racist shit to Asian people, don't do it from an iPhone, all right? Have some respect for the kid who made it. Because a dick and a gun are very similar. If somebody pulled out either one right now, we'd all be like, whoa, is that meant for me? Jesus Christ. Don't point it at me. Damn. Dick and a gun, very similar. Both pointy. They shoot things. They come in different sizes. You can get a pistol or a shotgun. I'm circumcised, so I'm sawed off. So the idea of your parents having sex is so horrifying, isn't it? That's why I'm surprised parents don't use that as a threat. Wouldn't that be so effective? Like, hey, Timmy, better clean that room. Me and your mom are going to go at it. All right, how'd you do that math test, Billy? I got a D. I'll show you some D. All right, I'll study you.
Now, you're allowed to be hateful in America as long as you're not specific. If you go, I hate Jewish people, everybody goes, oh my God, what a bigot, prejudice. But if you go, I hate people, everybody goes, tell me about it.
Thank God dogs can't talk. We'd all go to jail, right? Just some chihuahua in a courtroom like, first he flipped me over. Then he caressed all 8 of my nipples. Then he slapped me on the ass repeatedly and said, you're a good girl, good girl. Oh, God. We harass dogs all day long, and they're perfect harassers. They can't talk, so they'll never report you. That's why they're man's best friend. Also, dogs forget stuff after like 2 seconds. You can stick your finger up a dog's ass and be like, well, that was weird. Frisbee! Boy, I hate flying. That's the worst part about this gig. I hate flying. I like a train. Give me an Amtrak any day. I love a train. Trains have such low self-esteem, No bag check, no security. It's almost like they want a terrorist. I love it. I hate flying. Flying is so high maintenance. Flying's like a high maintenance chick. Like, you want to get inside me, you got to get here an hour early, take your shoes off, and do a body scan. You're like, Jesus Christ. Come on. Train's like a fat chick. Like, get a beer, get in here. What a time we're living in. I hope we get the antibody test. I don't know. Who knows? Who's probably immune to this shit is the 2 girls, 1 cup chicks. I feel like they're gonna be fine. Those gals can take a licking. Love the gays. Gay guys are the best. I don't get the whole homophobia thing. Any homophobes here? I think homophobia can actually be kind of dangerous. A friend of mine, he's kind of a tough guy. He went skydiving recently. He's like, yeah, I'm not strapping some guy to my back. That's super gay. Yeah, now he's dead. There you go. I like babies. Babies are fun. You know why babies are great? Because they're not evil yet. There's a million douchebags out there, but you never assume that baby will become one. Isn't that nice? That's why no one ever goes up to a pregnant woman, rubs her belly, and goes, ooh, this one's going to suck. No, it's all up. It's all potential. It's all positive. Oh, it's kicking. Might be a pro soccer player. Right? It's never like, oh, it's kicking. Might hit his wife.
My friend just got dumped, so I took him out, tried to wingman him, meet some ladies for him. Didn't go too well, He got upset. He's like, screw this. Let's go to a strip club. I don't get that logic. To me, that's like going fishing, not catching anything, and being like, screw this. Let's go to the aquarium. Same thing.
It's weird you're allowed to be hateful in America as long as you're not specific. Isn't that weird? If you're like, I hate Mexican people, everybody's like, oh my God, what a bigot, prejudice. But if you're like, I hate people, everybody's like, fucking right. Isn't that worse?
People are angry now, man. I had one of those White Lives Matter rallies go by my house the other day. I freaked out, then I realized, it's just a half marathon.
Sometimes I wish I was gay. You know, I got fired from my last job for sexual harassment. I told a woman she had nice cleavage. They fired me. Which pissed me off because my gay friends at work would get away with murder. They'd be like, hey, Shelly, how are you? Honk, honk. It's like, what? Why is that okay? Like, well, I'm not attracted to women. I was like, so what? I'm not attracted to kids. I can't go to a playground. Hey, Timmy, get over here. I don't know what's going on. The whole country's nuts. Jimmy Fallon got in trouble for blackface. Like, what are we doing? That was 20 years ago. Why are we mad at Jimmy Fallon? The TV show put it out. NBC approved it. There was a writer's room. Why? It was 20 years ago. You know what I was doing 20 years ago? I was banging a 16-year-old. You can't judge stuff by the later date. I was also 16 20 years ago. If you didn't. I'm not racist. I look at racism the same way I look at Nickelback. You know? Yeah, you know, it's fun to joke about, but you never want to see it live. Right. I think white people are just scared of saying the word black. We're just trying to avoid that at all costs. We don't want to get in trouble, you know? You could corner a white guy with a microphone, a video camera, like, what color is Ray Charles? He'd be like, he's blind. But what's his ethnicity? Piano player. What color's his skin? I got kids, man, come on.
Like, I was on the subway recently. I was watching an interracial couple make out. I was just staring at them. And the guy next to them caught me and he goes, what the hell? I see you staring at them. What are you, racist? I was like, what? Racist? No, I'm a creep. See a midget complaining. Never. Every other group complains. Never a midget. Never see it on the news, sitting at a desk, legs dangling, a little fish egg. Never. Every other group complains. I see women on the news, we have a glass ceiling. Midgets are like, you're worried about the ceiling? Holy shit. I'm trying to fuck with this counter, baby.
I use the term breast implants because I don't like the term fake breasts. I don't like the term. It doesn't make sense to me because the breasts are real. It's just the shit inside that's fake. You know? The actual breasts are still real. It's kind of like the Bible. The book is real. It's just the shit inside that's fake. I think we're all sick of this shit, though. The Corona's kind of like the check engine light. You know, when you first hear about it, you're like, damn, this is terrifying. Then after a while, you're like, shit, I got to get to work. This is too much. Yeah. Some people didn't buy it, though. My uncle, he looks at Corona like it's the tooth fairy. He's like, I know this is all made up, but I'll take the free money.
I met a nice girl in that Jewish app. What's that Jewish app called? The Jewish one? What's the Jewish app? The other one. PayPal. Yeah, I feel like poor people and gay people have a lot in common, you know? Right? Both born that way. Yeah. Women just want to be our friends. And when you finally tell your parents, they're like, yeah, we knew.
Dates are tough now, too, because we have no patience. We want everything so quick. We want everything quick. We have no patience. We want Tinder, fast food, delivery, high-speed internet. Everything is so quick. The only thing we don't want quick is sex. When's that going to catch up? I was with a girl the other night. I finished kind of early. She's like, hey, what's going on here? I was like, well, these are the times we're living in. Come on. I don't have the patience for your vagina to be buffering. Let's go, huh? You're an analog girl living in a digital world, sister. Pick it up.
My biggest fear used to be the bar closing. That was like my biggest fear. Now my biggest fear is my phone dying, you know? Which is pretty good. 100 years ago, we had real problems. My baby's got the black lung. She might not make it through the night. I'm like, I'm at 2%. I might actually have to feel something. Yeah. Who's got the energy to be racist, huh? That's got to suck to be racist. Wouldn't that be weird? Just like, you go to the bank, you're like, there's Jews here, I got to leave. What a horrible life. Man, put on an outfit, go to a meeting, all that stuff. I don't care about any group enough to hate it. Do whatever you want. Go nuts. I don't want to do anything. I'm lazy. I don't want to burn a cross or a calorie. Yeah. Everybody's worked up on something. There's Muslims on airplanes. Well, I'd rather a Muslim on a plane than a baby. I've never had a Muslim kick the back of my seat and piss in the aisle. I'm just saying, if the airport had a baby ban, I wouldn't protest.
I grew up in Louisiana. I grew up with this guy who hates minorities. Every type of minority, hates them all. Which is weird to me because he just had a baby. I find that strange. Because when you think about it, babies and minorities have all the same negative stereotypes. If you hate minorities, you should hate babies too. You know? Think about it. Babies are allowed in movie theaters. Yeah? Right? They can't swim. They all look alike. All right. They're lazy. They don't work. You know? They can't drive, terrible tippers. Yeah. Yeah, they come to this country not knowing the language. Everything's weird now. Are strip clubs open here? Really? So do the chicks have no clothes on but are wearing a mask? That seems weird. Like, hey, here's a sloppy 20. I'll put my nose in your butthole, but don't cough on me, whore. What are you, crazy? Everything's backwards.
I went skiing recently with my friend. We're sitting on the ski lift. I was like, why don't you see more black people skiing? Why is that? My friend has no idea, but he's going to, half-ass his way through it because he doesn't want to seem dumb. So he's like, they don't grow up with it. Like, well, I'm from Louisiana. I'm here. Well, ski is very expensive. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, I've never seen a black guy with anything expensive on their feet. Just say you don't know. It's all right. You sound way worse. That's why black people are smarter. White people, we do crazy stuff. We swim with sharks. We go bungee jumping, cliff diving. Ask a black guy, why do they do that? I go, I don't know. That's white people shit. That's a good answer. They don't sit around going, well, Europe. I Ubered here. I had a real chatty driver. Oh, don't you hate that? Wouldn't it be nice if there was a small talk option on the app, But there isn't, so you got to really find your own way to quiet the guy. I like to scare him, He's like, hey, how about this traffic? What do you think's causing this? I'm like, probably the Jews. He's like...
I don't know. I'm just jealous of you gals, I guess, You got some options. You have the freedom to say no. Like, if a girl goes on a date with a guy and this guy takes out his Nazi memorabilia, she's like, I get the hell out of here. If I go on a date with a girl and she takes out her Nazi memorabilia, I'm like, I got to bang her and get the hell out of here. Could be a long winter. Thanks a lot. I'm Kevin Hart. You guys were great. What a crowd. Thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it. Praise Allah. Get home safe. I'm gay. Thank you. Have a good night. Keep it up. LA, I love you. Comedy. Child, the spy balloon. Yeah, well, the fucking spy balloon. Man, inflation is out of control, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you, I flew here on Air Canada. I wish it was a fucking sky balloon, because that airline stinks. Yeah, I assume that's what Greta Thunberg gets around in. That seems like her mode of transportation, doesn't it? Yeah. She's 20? I always thought she was like 9. I had no idea. I thought she's so youthful. Man, autism don't crack. Good for her. I mean, hey, I'm an Asperger too. I can say that. Yeah. Tom Brady, yeah. Well, he just retired finally, Yeah, he got dumped by Jizz. Dude, that sucks. Yeah. They had a big thing going. He's a great player. Tom Brady, I always say, is like the COVID of football, He's thriving in Florida. He put up some big numbers, and a lot of people never believed in him. Got 2 Irish guys. All right, yeah. I love the Irish. You know why the Irish are great? Because they're one of the last groups you can shit on, and you guys never complain. I mean, think about all the Irish terms. It's like Irish coffee. That's just coffee with booze in it, or Irish goodbye, that's where you get too drunk and forget to say bye, or I'm going to beat you like a redheaded stepchild. And no one says they're Irish, but we know what the fuck's going on there, And they keep changing all these team names, like the Indians or the Guardians or the Redskins or the Commanders. Did you ever see the Fighting Irish? Just a fucking drunk midget with his hat cocked, ready to go. Nobody bitches. You guys are tough, you never complain, and, you guys are they call you the N-words of Europe, and if you rearrange the letters in ginger, all right, just say, there we go. There you go, Irish. Dana White. Oh, Dana White. He slapped the shit out of his wife. Yeah, that's right. I love the guy who's like, hey, she hit him first, he's a feminist. You know what, the Dana White slap, he hit his wife. I wish Rogan was there to go, oh! Wouldn't that be fun? Was there a ding? Was Herb Dean there? Like, all right, that's enough. I know he's not a fighter, but these fighter guys, they tend to hit their wives a lot. I think as they fight all day, they just go home and they're like, oh shit, sorry, I gotta keep work at work, Like, look, I'm a comedian. I go home, I make jokes to my wife. She's like, could you turn it off? And I'm like, oh, okay, now maybe I will hit you. But, Miami, what a town. I love it here. Fun people. Been here 3 days. I think I'm going to get lip injections and become Cuban. I love Florida. Something about this state, right when I land, I just want to fuck a guy's wife. There's something in the air here. You just want to do meth off a gay guy's ass, Yeah, it's wild out here. I feel so free. The state flag of Florida should be fake tits, a handgun, and a coked up iguana on a jet ski. Yeah. No, I can't lose this, baby. This is all I got. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's about 8 good minutes in there, baby. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's like an old pirate treasure map right there. Yeah, you know what? This is actually Biden's hidden files right here. I got it in my pocket. Yeah. Yeah, my back is not doing well. But, you know, it's from all the anal I received. But, yeah.
What was I talking about? Fondue?
Yeah.
That was my ex-girlfriend. She was Asian. Fondue.
Oh, no. Let me
Mine was Jewish. Her name was Won't Do.
Listen. Let me tell you something. And Baby Shark do. They say.
Clip it.
You talking about the documents? Yes. I heard they were written by ChatGPT. Avatar 2. Yeah, they spent more money on that than Ukraine. Andrew Tate. Well, he just got into it with Greta Thunberg. You see that? She accused him of sex trafficking, and, you know, she hates traffic. But, colonoscopy. All right. You got to do that when you're 40, right?
Well, depends on what you got.
Oh, shit. All right, well, I got AIDS, so I don't know what to do. All right. I got a pretty wide asshole. I think I'll be all right with the camera. I mean, you could get a full...
You gotta do Kegels.
I gotta do Kegels. All right. I can do that. I got a really strong asshole. Like, if I have a turd that I can't get out, I can cigar snip it with my asshole. Pretty impressive. Oh, yeah. I could circumcise a kid with my asshole. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. Not saying I want a kid's dick in my ass. I'm just saying, if I had to do it, I could do it. Old tight asshole Norman over here. That's what they used to call me in college. Yes, sir.
Y'all need to jump on Black Instagram and Twitter. It's more fun.
Oh, Black Twitter's amazing. And hood clips. Oh, my
all of
God.
that. Yeah, you can't. I realized I had to start following a lot of white girls because it was too many pink organization Amazon box reveals for me. It's like, and they always got miniature shit. White girls love little teeny shit.
Tell me about it. It's a problem. I think somebody's got to bring up the fucking squirrel in the room. I mean, are we going to talk about this? Sir, you've been waiting for this all night, haven't you? I want a front row seat. What's that? No, you've soaked up enough attention with the fucking rodent on your head. Can you come on stage? No. That squirrel found its nut. I'll tell you that right now. What's your name? God damn it, the name's Garfield. You were bred for this shit. Garfield. Well, sir, you hate Mondays and I hate you. So, no, I'm just kidding. By the way, I'm starting to think COVID started with you. Yeah. Not the Chinese thing, just the fucking squirrel. All right. Is that thing real? Is it? Oh my God! I bet you killed the class pet when you were younger, didn't you? And you kept it, you stuffed it, and you put it on your weird hat. You know? The hat was already atrocious, but you had to put a dead animal on top of it. All right. It bothers me that you probably get laid a lot too, which is a little off-putting. Okay, boy, PETA, if they catch you, they're gonna really beat the fuck out of you. I believe this one. It was the last week of senior year, so we're just getting crazy. We're about to graduate, so we're at this park having a big keg party, just middle of the day. So then,
is this high school? Or
this
college?
is high school. I went to a Catholic high school. We're in our uniform.
Yeah.
We got like a half day, so we're like, let's go to the park. We've got a keg. We're out there. It's like 100 of us drinking. So my friend Packy, who was like a sophomore, he wasn't Pakistani. His name was like Packenstein, Jeff Packenstein or something. So we called him Packy. And
he shows up with my friend Dirty Turk.
So he was this crazy kid who we let hang around us. He was way younger. He was like 2 feet tall, skinny as hell, but he would do anything you said. Like, go jump off that building, go say a racial slur in front of that guy's
That's like
face.
a jackass.
It was like Jack, but he was fearless.
That guy really shined for a little bit.
He was.
I think his name's Steve-O.
Yeah.
And he's still doing pretty good.
In and out of boarding school, like parents killed themselves in front of him. One of these kids, just seen it all. He was up for anything. So he goes, oh, I got to get something. Oh, there's a house party. So we jump in my car at a convertible. We jump in my car. We're going to this house party. We're in our uniforms and everything. And it's rush hour now, so I'm trying to get into a lane to merge off the highway. And I go, hey, man, can I get in? The guy goes, nope. Gives me like a hard nope. And I was like, fuck this guy. So I get in behind him, and I bump him just for the hell of it. We're hammered. It's 5 o'clock. We're shit-faced. I bump him. I give him a little taparoo. So then he's in the mirror.
I love the idea of drunk driver being, I just gave her a little taparoo.
Who cares
for kids on around?
Tea-tie tapper.
So he's like, in the mirror, like, what the fuck's going on here?
Into my car.
And we're doing like blow me. He had a ponytail. It was a whole thing. No offense. And
Have a pony. Whatever, you fucking drunk boat dad.
so he's like, fuck you, I'll kill you, whatever. And then we're like, oh, this guy wants to play. So I tap him again. Now he puts his car in park.
That would send me over the edge. That would
Yeah.
make me so goddamn mad. Yeah, like if you did it like you were like, oh, God.
Looking back,
This
I
is
feel
when we were
horrible.
in the beginning. We go, what's wrong with Mark's brain? I love that Mark goes, oh, this guy wants to play, huh? So I tap him again.
What state is this in?
New
Louisiana.
Orleans. This is New Orleans. So he puts the car in park. He gets out. So now we're like, well, I guess this is on, But there's two of us. I got Packy here. Packy will fucking just lunge at him like a rat.
Packy, real quick, take out his knees.
Yeah, I'll just claw his neck. So he gets out and he walks past me. So I'm kind of like ready. Walks past me, goes to the back of the car, reads my license plate, memorizes it, walks back up, slams his fist on my hood, and gets in his car. And I was like, well, that was weird. So now traffic's kind of moving a little bit, and I'm like, fuck this guy. What?
Cop?
No. He had like sandals on and shorts. He was like a hippie kind of guy. So now I'm like, well, that was weird. But he's on a cell phone. This is when cell phones were like, if somebody's on a cell phone, you noticed it.
Yeah.
Big brick. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So now we're on the main streets, and I'm following him, but something's up. And then he gets to a green light, stops, and I stop behind him. And everybody's like, why isn't this guy going during the green light? There's a bar on the corner. A guy runs out of the bar, jumps in my convertible.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy. He had a leather jacket on. He was just day drinking at some bar. It was fucking, we're like, he's in the back, and I'm trying to drive.
Packy?
Yeah, Packy. So I'm driving now. The guy in the car peels off. He's like, I'm out of here. Fuck these guys. But my friend will handle this, the ex-con or whoever that guy is. The guy who waits at bars for the phone call. So
Bill, it's for you. It's Jeff. I've been waiting for this call for 5 years. It's time. This man saved my life back in Nam, and I owe him one.
He just pushes his drink for it. He goes, put it on my tab.
Yeah.
No, he just takes a drink, shoots it, and he goes, fill another one. I'll be back in 5.
He runs out, door slings open, cling, 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 jumps in the back seat, pulls Packy back there. They're having a fist fight on their knees in the back seat, just like a cartoon. So I'm just like, driving, looking backwards, trying to not kill myself.
Still driving?
Because we're on the street is moving. So I'm like, and I'm like trying to do swings like back here, like trying to help Packy, like doing some backward hammers,
This is like
trying to
an
get
adult,
this guy.
like a mom disciplining her children in the backseat. You guys stop it.
Yes, exactly.
I will turn this car around.
Exactly.
Take me back to your creepy bar.
So this is a man. This is a guy's, balding. He's got a leather jacket on with patches on it, and he's got a half a beard. This is a dude
Beating up kids in the convertible.
beating up a kid, but that retard mom strength kicks in where you're just like scared for your life, fight or flight. So Packy's like, windmill. And so I just scream. I go, Packy, push him out. So Packy gets some kind of demon in him, and he just gets up under the guy and goes, ah! And the guy goes over the back seat, off the trunk, rolls onto the street, and then like cars behind go, try not to hit him. Somebody runs over his hand. And I'm like, the guy goes, ah!
I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? So we go to the house party, and we're like, oh my God, you're not going to believe. We're telling everybody. I got a whole powwow around the living room. I'm like, this crazy Packy pushed him out. It was insane. And Packy's just sitting in the corner smoking, not saying anything. He was a psycho. I think he's since died. But
you should have Packy with you at all times.
I think he's dead now.
Yeah, there's no way that guy's alive.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He got the HIV or something.
Packy took that guy's seat at the bar.
Yes, exactly.
Were you there for Katrina?
I was an hour away, but my family was there, and all my friends were there. I was at LSU in Baton Rouge.
That's the capital.
Yes, I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Albany.
Did you go to LSU? Is that where you graduated from?
Well, I didn't graduate from there. I had to finish online because I started comedy.
But is LSU crazy fucking party school?
Crazy party. I mean, those football games, it was like the Coliseum. It was unbelievable.
Right.
Got beat up a few times, got arrested once. Great fun story.
Tell me.
They wouldn't allow booze in the stadium. You know, Tiger Stadium, huge, thousands of people. So we would line our chest with Ziploc bags full of whiskey.
Okay.
And so we're walking in, and some cop goes, "Hey, let me pat you down there." You know, I'm like, fuck. So me and my friend are there. He pats down. He feels the squishy titties. He's like, "What's this?" He lifts the shirt. We're all lined up with whiskey bags. And he goes, "All right." And he grabs us. And he puts us down on the table. They rip the whiskey off of us, and then a fight breaks out like 20 feet away, just melee, fist fight. So all the cops run over there. My friend grabs the ticket book that he was filling out. It was like this leather-bound ticket book that you give citations with. And so we left the game. We ran around the campus just giving people fake tickets. And it was great. We're like, "Hey, you're too hot to handle. You're under arrest, fatty." And we give it some lady. And it was so fun. So we still have that book.
That's fucking great.
But yeah, wild times, great school, great town, great time.
Because you used to be a porker back in the day, right?
College I was okay. But yeah, I was just a skinny dweeb in college, you know.
Right.
But it was just so fun. You know, we're like, "Whoa, hey." You know, you try to do the whistle.
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, skank, that skirt's too short. You're going to have to sit on my face. Here, you know. And all that shit. Good time. We had the guy, I shouldn't say his name, but Hunter Brown. And he was the fucking scariest, most fearless guy. And he would do shit that was just mean for his sake. Like, it was just funny to him, and no one else liked it. It was like, damn, that's cold-blooded. But he was like, he's laughing in the corner. Like, one time he was standing by a keg at a party, and he's like, "You need a refill? Give me that." And he would turn around and pour it, and I looked over, and his dick was in the cup while he's filling with beer. And I'm like, who does that help? You know, like, it gives you a quick giggle, but this guy's drinking your dick juice now, and it doesn't hurt him enough, really. I don't know. There's no point to it except fucking with people.
Is he like a tough guy, too?
He could be. He would fight if you wanted him to, but he was just all about mischief. Like one time he was like, "We got to put this grandfather clock in the pool." And I'm like, "I don't know, man. That's an old clock. That thing weighs 1,000 pounds." He's like,
"Seems probably important to somebody." Yeah.
So we're sitting on the couch drinking a beer, trying to make out with girls and stuff. And he's like, "All right, I'll get the skateboard. You bend it over, then we'll prop it up on the skateboard. We'll wheel it right out of here." I'm like, "But then we have to leave." And he's like, "I know, but it'll be great." He was that guy, and now he's like the treasurer for a big college. So I don't know how they hired his ass.
Hunter Brown does sound like the treasurer of the college.
Yeah. We've had 2 threesomes together, me and Hunter.
Really?
He's the guy who filmed me with the video camera when the girl sat on my face. Oh, that was him.
What is that?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, college man.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right.
Basically, I was plowing a rotund
Right.
lady, and I couldn't get it up anymore. So I said, "All right, just come up here, and I'll pleasure you while you
So
sit."
that's instead of you-
I think that's a nice thing.
But I had her knees on both sides of me, and I look over, and I heard giggling. My friend's holding a VHS-style camcorder like on the shoulder, and he's just in the doorway like, and then she gets up. She's like, "What the fuck?" And she's chasing him, and he's filming her while running. This is all going to get me in trouble. But
You didn't do anything. You didn't.
yeah, I didn't do anything. Fat chicks give. They're generous.
Yeah, they really like it. So tell me the fattest fatty you've ever fattied.
I banged a gal once from the Boot. This is in New Orleans. That was a bar in New Orleans, and it would shut down at like 6. And I was working this pig all night, and finally she kind of let up and started dancing with me, and we started making out on the dance floor, and I could taste kielbasa, and then we go back to her, me and a friend, and he
Did
pulled.
you really have meat breath?
Oh yeah. I was pulling Jimmy Dean out of her teeth, and my friend pulled like a good-looking lady, and he was like a hot guy who was like well-dressed. And so we go back to his place, but we were basically like seniors in high school, so he lived with his parents, and we had to fuck the gals in the same room as each other.
Oh.
And he had the hot one, and she's screaming and moaning. And I remember I was like sobering up, and I had the lady on the floor. And, I was on top, and I kept rolling over, and I was still on top. And, it's just, I kind of wasn't getting it up. And then I have to hear him plowing away like a champ, and she's moaning and screaming, and my girl's like, everything okay?
You gotta work up a boner to your friend.
Yes. And she kept looking up like, I wish I was that gal, and it was pretty
And
pretty
so did
brutal.
you. You wish she was that girl too.
Yeah.
You looked at her. That was your first guy. You just giggled together. He goes, "I know, right? We both wish you were that girl."
We all want to be like that.
When we did our half-hour specials together in Boston, half-hour Comedy Central specials, you were fucking sick. What'd you have, poisoning or something like that?
H. pylori.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember. If you go watch Mark Norman's half-hour... Can we pull up Mark Norman's half-hour Comedy
so
Central special?
fat.
His face is like having an allergic reaction to something because
I was
Mark is a
bloated.
skinny... Mark is fucking ripped. Yeah, let's get a look at this
that.
fat
Look at
fucking
that.
face.
Look at that porker.
Yeah. So what's the story there? Because you look at that. Yeah, you're on.
They tried to clean it up with some makeup, but yeah, this is Comedy Central. They won't let you have an inch. These
Yeah, they fucking won't let you have an
vultures.
inch. They folded and they fucking gave up. I had a pilot with them. I had an animated show. I'm taking it all to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, or True TV most likely.
But I had shit running down my leg. I mean, it
You were
was a
shitting
nightmare.
during this special.
I was shitting. They asked if I wanted to wear a diaper. You can see my face is so puffed
Yeah, because
out.
I was gonna say because Mark is he's ripped normally, but the face is so puffy there.
And I'm in pain. Like I've got fever. I'm sweating. They had to keep stopping. Like, hold on. They had to do the dab, and then put me back in.
So what happened though?
When you eat fecal matter,
You were eating ass.
yeah, and I got this virus called H. pylori, and it was terrifying because I was shitting like butter. I was pissing foam. I didn't know what was going on. And I took all
Pissing
these
foam?
I took all these STD tests. Nothing. I was like, I got AIDS. It must be AIDS. So eventually, I go to this doctor, and he takes a blood sample, whatever. And he goes 2 days later. He goes, are you sitting down? And I was like, oh God, just give it to me. I've had it for like a week now. I don't know what it is.
No, it wasn't getting better any day ever. It was
Nothing. No, I was getting worse. And I'm bloated as shit. I have all this TV stuff to do, and I had to do it because they don't give a shit. Comedy Center won't reschedule for you. They don't give a shit who you are. And I was nobody. So the doctor was like, are you sitting down? I was like, yeah. He goes, you have H? And I just like fell out. I thought he was going to say HIV. And he goes, you have H. pylori. And I went, oh, what the hell is that? And he goes, just got to take one antibiotic and you're fine, you piece of shit. And I was like, all right, thanks.
yeah. And then, but he's the one who told you it's from ingesting fecal matter.
Yes.
Do you remember whose ass it was? There were so many.
I think it was Amy Schumer. No, I don't know.
It's
It's gonna be a joke.
Yeah.
That's why these queefs on Twitter who give me shit. They go, this sucks. There's nothing here. You're a comedian. You do this for a living. You cum guzzling Nazi. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but give it time, you fat douche. Takes time.
You have that joke raider. That's not
Hate the joke raider.
Really?
Yeah, what a
tweet the
cunt. I know. I mean, look, I hate the guy. He's a dweeb, but the joke's on him. You got to sit there and stare at my Twitter all day or get a ping every time I tweet. Like, have at it, dickless. I don't care.
Do you look at his ratings ever?
I have to because he gets it in like within 4 seconds of me sending the joke. So I'm like,
It's called Mark Norman Joke Raider.
he's got my avatar, he's got my name in there. It's crazy.
There was at a time there was a Mark Norman Joke Raider.
Yeah, that guy I like.
Yeah, because he was like he would like defend you. Too.
Yeah, and look, I'm not mad at the guy. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I'm just saying it's a little annoying because you're like, I'm trying to work out here, man. Don't just grade me off my first attempt.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like
but-
being at the gym and they're like, you're fat. It's like that's why I'm
here, fucker. I'm trying to work it out.
So you tweeted, I just saw a KKK member at a Wawa. He should be at a Sheetz. Great joke.
Thanks. It only got 47, I think, because it involves the KKK.
8.3 is the Mark Norman Joke Raider, and Mark Norman Joke Raider gave that an 8.5 rate.
Well, I had a joke today that I think is a 10.
Yeah.
And I don't say that often. And I wonder what he gave that one. I notice he's real quiet on the killer jokes. He's quick to pipe up on a mediocre. But I rarely see him.
You might know the guy.
I might.
Could be me. Could be Tucker.
Is it?
It's not.
So have you shot any porn since the last time you were on this show?
Yeah, I was in Miami like probably less than a month ago.
Okay, and what type of video did you make in Miami?
I did some interracial.
Whoa! So what happened? Tell us about this interracial porn.
Like when I do it with a white guy, but it hurts a little bit more.
Oh. All right. Thank you, Red Band. Okay. Was there anything else different other than it hurting more? Do you guys like talk beforehand? Like, hey, take it easy on me today.
Yeah, I actually do that.
Really?
Yeah, I have like ovarian cysts. I gotta be like,
Shit.
I'm like,
Was that the black guy's name, Ovarian?
Mark Norman.
How many girls finger blasted themselves to that?
Guilty.
Like, we're the same. We need to fuck.
That's why AIDS was invented.
Yeah.
Just to have a payback.
Yep.
You know, we got to win somewhere.
For your awesome fucking lifestyle, Jace.
Yeah, exactly. Magic Johnson's still living.
Crazy.
He beat Kobe.
He
All right, unlike him, that joke landed. All right, we're having fun. Suck it, Ari. That's a Kobe joke that got laughs, you fucking heeb.
Stupid Ari.
Yeah, yeah, he's in that. I don't know. I wish sometimes that I had like the clothing confidence of like Pam and D'Elia and those guys.
I know, they're so sexy.
God, I'm just like, does this fit? This has never fit. That's the only thing I ever think when I put something on.
Yeah, maybe like we went to public school.
Yeah.
Every time I'm in a dressing room at like a Gap, I put something on, like a jean jacket, and I go, hey, this looks pretty good. And all I hear is 8 friends going, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You think you can pull that off, you fucking loser, you piece of shit, or you kill yourself? And I'm like, all right, there we go. That was a fun moment. And you put that shit right back on the hanger.
Yeah, dude.
But if you owned it, people would believe it. But it's you. It's in you.
That's true. The thing that doesn't fit is in me, man. The medium, the large, that's all in there. The extra small, that's all going on inside of me, man.
Right.
Whether it's a turtleneck or a fucking sheepskin vest, you know, it's all inside of me.
And then that's why, like, ladies will gravitate to some, like, ill-dressed, ill-fitting weirdo because they're like, he owns it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just gotta make it your own.
Yeah, that guy's a tire jack as a hat, but he owns it.
He owns it, baby. That guy's got a yarmulke on. Gross. But he owns it.
But he owns it, dude. That hair wallet, that's what I used to call it.
I would go to jail.
Yeah, I've done that before. I took a totem pole. Pull up, give this a goog. They're called totem poles or green hulks.
Tell the story.
I took one. I've told this story a few times, but I took one and I was like, I don't want to be hungover. Me and my friend are going tubing in San Antonio in the morning. There they are. Look how big that is.
That is, whoa.
That's a green hulk. And you're supposed
Whoa,
to take...
I want the one that says Xanax on it.
Oh, yeah, that's classic.
Oh, man, what the fuck do I have? I have the fucking knockoff Alorazepams.
Yeah, I dated her, black chick. But
there's things so heavy on your plate.
Right.
You don't just get to kind of like freelance through life anymore. You got to actually focus.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a kid?
I think as I get older, I kind of do. Because I see all these comics who are like 40, late 40s having kids, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could do that. Because I like the little guy with the noogie, and I tuck him in, and he's, you know, weird and queer and cute, you know, and I get to feed him jizz or whatever.
Why would you? That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's
Food
easy
works.
to chew.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just nice. But
So there's tax write-off.
All right. Is that what you call an abortion?
Yeah.
All right.
See, with abortions, you can only write that off once because it's an expense one time.
Yeah.
A child keeps going.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were Jewish.
Going to pop up on TMZ,
Yep.
and they're going to have framed it how they want,
Yep.
and it's going to ruin that moment for me.
Completely.
And I just remembered. I remembered also just thinking what it was like if you were already so famous in one thing that you couldn't even try something else.
I know. And the crazy thing is, everybody loves the moment, everybody wants the moment, but a couple of queefs have to ruin it for everything, and now we can't have these moments.
Yeah. Queef Latina, dude.
Yeah, that was my improv group in college. No, I'm just kidding. But it's true.
Queef Latina.
That's the name of the ep right there.
Yeah, it is, dude.
What's up, son? Look at my outfit. I'm Cali, baby.
Wow.
Whoa.
You bought that at Ross in Indiana.
I bought that locally in Oakley.
You look like Stephen Hawking's at the X Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Tony Hawking. Teamwork. Norman and Hinchcliffe 2024.
Like,
I'm with you.
You know, you can have coffee delivered.
I know.
You know, it's like, it's a fucking amazing place to live.
It's incredible, and there's an escort in the phone book. I mean, everything you want is here. And I don't think we're as racist as we say we are. You know, it's like, well, then why is Oprah doing so well? And, you know, Jay-Z seems fine. I don't know. Maybe you're racist and you got some shit you got to deal with. I don't know. I think the more Nigerians have moved here than black people were enslaved.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of fun.
I didn't know that.
And then
That's a stat?
That's a stat. Look it up there, Jew face. And then I don't know. I think everybody's doing pretty good.
And then I'll also be very calm at the same time.
Oh, that is nice.
Especially because my brain is, well, yours is too. Your brain's fucked up.
We're fried.
Yeah, we're wrong.
All these pods. Not only do you have to be funny on a pod, after the pod's over, you have to worry, what the fuck did I say?
What did I say?
You know, and then you're worried about that. And then you're worried about your set. You're worried about your lady. You're worried about your parents. You're worried about your colon, your liver.
You didn't say anything bad. We'll cut the Heil Hitler thing for sure.
Oh, really appreciate it. Please do. Sorry, I panicked. I was like, yes, thank you. Did I say that? I don't even know if I said it, but I just believe you.
Kick out of this. I don't think
you're
people
booked,
heard
you're
Red
booked.
Band.
I don't think you heard it.
All right, somebody help the man, will you? Help the guy down.
He's all right.
There we go. He's faking it.
Look at those chicks helping you, dude. Nice.
That's a good one. You got one?
Well, I've had so many bad heckles, but the one that really fucked me up was I was kind of new. I was probably like 3-4 years in. I got a college gig, which was huge.
Yeah.
Good money, fly you down, put you up. And it was in Florida, and it was called Florida Atlantic. It was an all-black school, which I didn't know, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I show up, and I had to follow a rap group. It was like kind of a talent night.
Ooh.
I had to follow a rap group, and they were like twirling shirts going, kill Whitey, fuck the cops, I'll kill you, you know, fuck this bitch or whatever. And they're killing. Like the whole place is jumping.
Yeah. It was the DNC, basically.
Yeah. And I remember there was like a little cute, nerdy black girl with a clipboard going, okay, you're next. And I just want to let you know it's very diverse. I'm like, it's not diverse. It's all black. I'm the diversity. But whatever. So it was me and this other kid, and we were both supposed to do 30 minutes. So, you know, these people don't want 30 minutes of one guy. So he goes up first, and they trash him immediately, and he gets off after like a minute and a half. And I was like, what are you, crazy? You got to do your time at least. So he's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm calling my agent. He was like he had self-esteem, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm like, all right. And then they bring me up like, oh, we got another live one coming up. Oh, baby. And then he's looking at me like, oh, this guy's a goner. Like, I totally set up for failure. So I walk on stage, and I'm walking to the mic. The mic is like right where that camera is, and I haven't gotten there yet. And some guy goes, look at this fag. Kills. Huge laugh. So I was like, all right, I can handle this. So I was in such a New York state of mind. I was like, damn, man, what if I was actually gay? And he goes, no, you are. That got an applause break. He's getting high-fived. They're crowd surfing this guy. He's a hero. And then I try to do 20 minutes on Uber after that, and I just ate my lunch for half an hour. But I did my time.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was brutal, man. I was just watching my watch tick.
I read about a guy who has like some weird fucking birth defect where he comes out of his ass.
Those are called gays.
Some of our greatest leaders, greatest minds, greatest innovators, people that have changed the world, there is something in common with some part of the family being abandoned. Anyone that's in a healthy structure always is underwhelming. They're never really a cool person.
I agree.
Their brain stays very right here.
Like if LeBron had a father, he's trash.
No, he's just a weirdly athletic postman at that point.
I would ante up and say molesting.
Oh, for sure.
It's very
I mean,
lucrative.
that's how we got our series.
You're in good company.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Were you molested?
A couple times.
Whoa! Yeah. Send me the tape. Good for you.
You know,
man.
now I'm a little self-conscious. I was not worthy of the tape.
I had one similar Hartford Funny Bone. This is years ago. It's probably like 25 people in the room. I'm eating my ass. This guy is in the front row. I'm talking a real nerd guy, like fat guy with glasses and a beard, and he had a woman with him and another, like a sister and his cousin or something. And he's just, this guy's like a loser. and I'm bombing, and they keep doing the thing where they mimic my bomb. Like I'd be like, "Oh, Mick Ultra, huh?" And that's the punchline. You go, "Mick Ultra, whew, that was bad." And then I'd be like, "Well, what about Shag Carpet?" He's like, "Shag Carpet, nothing there," you know. And it was no one could hear it but me. So he was like taunting me. So I just lost it on this guy, and I was like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit." And apparently he was like kind of downsy or something. So maybe he was not fucking with me. Maybe he was just being retarded or something. Yeah. But I didn't know that. And I kept going at him. And this is when it gets really bad. When you're like, fuck you. And I just got angry. It wasn't even funny. And this guy in the back goes, go easy on him. So I go, well, fuck you too. What the hell? I'm up here alone, blah, blah, blah. So eventually the guy got up. The retarded guy got up and was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, shit. This guy's all, a little melted. And I was like, oh, shit. All right, well, what are you going to do? And they threw the kid out, and they had to throw him out, and, like, he was, like, kind of moaning and stuff. Oh, it was bad. And then I had, like, another 20 to do after that. It was a nightmare. So now the other crowd hates me because I shit on them. It was...
You're going to hell, man.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know.
So, of course, you have your beautiful wife now.
Sure.
You don't know what she looks like. Sorry.
That's just a thing that God said.
Nice thing. She's in a wheelchair, so she appreciates that.
Yeah, and it's sensitive times, so regardless.
Yeah, but don't assume her pronouns either.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Okay? I apologize.
I'll let it go.
When did you decide it was over for crushing pussy?
Well, how does a comic get out of like the single life? Because that has to be tough.
Like, when did you stop cheating?
It's tough because there's a lot of emotions get involved. And, as a guy on the road, you pop into Pittsburgh and you might plow a nice plump lady, and then you leave and she's like, that's it? And you're like, I don't live there.
Yeah, look at my show dates.
Yeah.
I'm in Philly tonight.
I'll just send her my tour and my schedule. And they're like, what? Well, we had sex. And you're like, I know. She's like, but I had sex with you. I'm like, but I had sex with you.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get this weird. I thought, what equality? You know, like why?
That's what I thought, equality.
Yeah, why do you get to get mad at me?
Yeah.
Right. It was just a fun,
the acoustics in here are great.
Consensual romp.
Still in touch with a Pittsburgh girl?
No, she died.
Yo, you see how white boys can just like look past shit like that and just keep having conversation? I can't look past that.
You can do it.
Like, Mark, what the fuck is wrong?
Comedy's in a weird place right now. Everybody's got all these comedy questions, What do you think of Dave Chappelle? You're like, I don't know, I like him. Oh, so you're transphobic? What? Can't I just like a guy and not be transphobic? Why does it be all or nothing now, Nuance is the new N-word. Everything's just so political now. Everything's so politicized. What side are you on? I don't know. You both seem fucking annoying. Can't I be a little this, a little that? No, you gotta pick one. Well, we don't do that with bisexuals. Isn't that weird? We only have 2 political parties, all these major issues, 2 parties. That's it. We got 13 HBOs. 2 political parties. And it doesn't even seem like the political people, like the government, they don't even give a shit about us, It just feels like the right and the left are our parents and they're divorced. And instead of trying to raise us well, they just want us to hate the other one. Right? And your mom's a liberal, your dad's a Republican, they're trying to get you to live with them. You're like, come on, Dad, Mom gives me free money. He's like, well, she also tried to abort you. You're like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll live with you. But I don't know. It's just good to be back in Portland. Beautiful women in Portland. I mean, none here. But, I'm joking. I'll go down on you. But, here in Texas, what a state. I love it here. Something about this place. You guys are just fun. I'm a lefty from New York. I fly here, I land the plane. I'm like, you know what? It is Mr. Potato Head. Fuck you. I don't know what the hell's in the air here. Maybe it's COVID. I don't know, but who the fuck cares? You guys are kooky. When you guys opened up fully, even Florida was like, damn, that's a crazy state. Holy shit. Man, oh man. It is fun. I don't know. Some people wear the mask. Some people don't. What do you got? Do you wear it? Do you not wear it? I don't know what the deal is. Wearing a mask in Texas is like wearing a helmet at a skate park. Like, what's more important to me, my health or being called a pussy? Interesting priorities out here. Interesting, I wore a mask into a restaurant the other day. Some guy's like, what the fuck, man? That shit's over. Take that off. I'm like, what? Dude, you're wearing a cowboy hat. That shit's over. Come on. What are you doing? Get the hell out of here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Kooky times. Everything's weird now. You watch the news. Papa John's can't stop saying the N-word. What the hell's going on there? He's in N-word rehab. That's a show I want to see. How hard is it not to say the N-word? He can't do it. He's in rehab. They're like, come on, Papa, come on. You just is it like drugs? We're like, come on, just soften it. We got to wean you off. Say Negro. Nah, I need the hard shit. That's not enough. Papa John treats the N-word like I treat smoking. Like, yeah, I haven't done it in 6 weeks, but when I drink, it ain't easy. I'll tell you that. Everything's kooky. The news is wild. Pepe Le Pew's in trouble. He's a creep. Pepe Le Pew got pulled out of a bunch of movies and shows for being too creepy. Look, if Pepe Le Pew's in trouble for harassment, then fucking Miss Piggy is next. All right? Yeah, that horny heifer's been defiling that asexual frog for decades. We all sat back and watched while she rubbed her bacon tits all over that green twink. My favorite thing about the pandemic is watching celebrities and actors speak without writers, and you get to see how fucking stupid they are. Thanks for the science tip, Wonder Woman. Appreciate it. They even asked R. Kelly. He was like, I don't know, COVID-19, too old for me. Look. What the hell do I know about Hollywood? I don't know anything. Ellen, I heard Ellen's a cunt. That's one thing I know. I don't know. Yeah. She got COVID, which is shocking because she's just getting over her staph infection. But hey, all right. Hey, whoa, hey, yes, her employees hate her. All right. Stop dancing, Ellen. We know you're a bitch. All right. There you go. Yeah, good times. I can't watch the news anymore. It's too depressing. I just watch reality TV now. I've been watching The Bachelor. Read an article that said the Bachelor's being pressured to pick a black woman. Joe Biden said, whew, I know the feeling. Yeah. Joe Biden, I know I don't want to split the room, but, he won. He's president. It's going to be really cool when they install the first chair in the presidential shower. But, All right. I Googled the directions of this place. I'm a big Google guy. Let me ask you guys this. You guys ever Google something and then you notice on your Facebook wall there's an ad for the thing you Googled? Well, what the hell is that? I was on my Facebook wall today. There was an ad for sexy cougars. I was like, hey, Google, that was between us. What the hell are you doing, buddy? I thought I could tell you anything. You're blabbing the neighbors? Take it easy, you know? Now I'm all nervous around Google. Now it's like that guy I can't trust anymore, you know? Now every time I Google something, I'm very ambiguous. Now I'm like, spicy Latinas or a friend. Can't be too careful. Can I just say this to the ladies on Facebook? You're on Facebook, ma'am? Can you gals on Facebook just make a photo album called Swimsuits? All right? It would save us all a lot of time, all right? All that clicking, you with your aunt, you with your cousin, you with your parents. Come on, what is this, a treasure hunt? Let's go. Give me the two-piece, jeez Louise. But that's women in a nutshell. Leave it on Facebook, you make us work for it, you know? Yeah, you're like, oh, you want to see me in a bikini? Well, you got to meet my whole family. All right, wow, thank you, Kumal. Not racist. Yeah. Woo, all right, sorry, it's a little late coming here. I don't know if you know, we got a fleshlight in the bag. So, woo, I have been busy. All right, yeah, flew here from New York. Boy, I hate flying. That's the worst part about this gig. I hate flying. I like a train. Give me an Amtrak any day. I love a train. Trains have such low self-esteem, you know? No bag check, no security. It's almost like they want a terrorist. I love it. I hate flying. Flying is so high maintenance. Flying's like a high maintenance chick. Like, you want to get inside me, you got to get here an hour early, take your shoes off, and do a body scan. You're like, Jesus Christ. Come on. Train's like a fat chick. Like, get a beer, get in here. No security whatsoever. You can walk on a train with 3 suitcases full of cocaine. Like, hey, if you see something, say something. Choo-choo. Oh, this is how sad and lonely trains are. Trains don't ask to see your boarding pass until the train has left the station. You've already started moving, and then they ask. How much could they really care? Tickets, please. I don't have one. Well, you got to buy one now. I don't have any money. We'll figure it out. All right. Yeah. Woo. Enjoy Dallas. Yeah. Yeah, I got here in the afternoon. Everybody's already boozed up. This is a real boozy fest. I like to drink. I got to cut back. I was so hungover today. Isn't that amazing? We still can't prevent a hangover. We have all this technology. I've tried the water. I've tried the pills. Nothing works. We can prevent children. We can't prevent a hangover. At least some people want kids. I've never woken up like, whoo, I am really hungover, but you know what? I think I want to keep it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Runs in the family. My uncle's a mess. Yeah, my uncle's actually 30 years sober. Can you believe that? 30 years sober. Yeah. The other night I was like, oh, man, I got so drunk I lost my phone. My uncle's like, oh, yeah, I did that once. I was like, wow, you know how drunk you have to be to lose your phone 30 years ago? Holy hell. Are you telling me you got hammered and lost the landline? Saw some fun gay guys out there. Any gays in here? All right. Yes. Thanks for coming out. Literally. I love the gays. Gay guys are the best. I don't get the whole homophobia thing. Any homophobes here? All right. I think homophobia can actually be kind of dangerous. You know, a friend of mine, he's kind of a tough guy. He went skydiving recently. He's like, yeah, I'm not strapping some guy to my back. That's super gay. Yeah, now he's dead. There you go. That's just a weird thing to put your energy into, you know? I saw a guy in Central Park once. He was ranting about gays adopting kids. What a weird thing to be angry about. I like seeing a gay couple with a kid. You see a gay couple with a kid, you know there's no way that kid was an accident, right? No gay couple could ever get that fucked up. Like, holy shit, what happened last night? Good Lord, oh my God. Did we rob an orphanage? Holy moly, oh my God. Yeah, give gay couples kids. You know, we shouldn't have kids. Poor people. Why is that allowed? It's a terrible idea, right? Come on. My parents are poor. I'm a comedian. Red flag. Racism, homophobia. How do you hate a whole group? That's what I don't get. How do you hate a whole group of people? Jews, blacks, gays. How do you hate a whole group? I hate specifics about people. You know, like people who drink Rockstar and believe in ghosts and say, it is what it is. That's what I hate. How do you hate a whole group? I don't get it. But, you know, racism, it's alive and well, man. I was just down in Knoxville, Tennessee. You guys ever been there? What a shithole. Holy hell. They are 30 years behind over there. You ever go to a town so small they're still racist towards certain white people? You know? They're like, hey, watch out over there. That's where the dirty Irish live. I was like, Jesus Christ. Wow, you guys haven't made it to black people yet? Oh my God, you're far behind. Pick it up. Come on, I live in New York City. We're past Arabs. Let's go, huh? And again, these are all jokes. Take it easy. I'm not racist. I look at racism the same way I look at Nickelback, you know? Yeah, you know, it's fun to joke about, but you never want to see it live. Right. Oh, yeah.
Can I just visit people in prison? Do I have to know them?
You have to have their name and their number.
I think if you go Tyrone, you're all right. The odds are on your side.
What did you call when you would knock on the door and run away?
We called it ding dong and run or something like that.
There was ding dong ditch.
Ding dong ditch.
Yeah.
That's it.
There was a really bad one.
The worst Asian porn star, by the way. Ding dong ditch. I don't know if you know her. Okay.
I like her work.
Vending machines kill more people in America than sharks.
How about that?
Fun fact, because they shake and they fall on you.
But that's really hard. I mean, you got to really pull.
You know, people shake them, though, and they really, yeah, it's like they shake and fall, like Biden.
Well, sharks don't kill many people, I don't think.
No.
I think they bite and they spit, because they're like, it's like me when I lick I'm like, oh, they were hoping for something else.
Right, and you smell the blood. Chum. That's what I'm going to start calling period blood, chum.
But yeah, they
Drawn
don't
to it.
So I think they don't kill people often, right?
Not at all. 2 a year, tops.
All right. Well, that's different than not at all.
Oh.
Sweet Caroline. Take a walk.
Achy breaky heart.
Hey, that's.
Oh wait. You know what one I really hate? Don't Stop Believing.
Oh yeah. But let's be honest. When you're in a car alone, you're gonna belt it.
If you're belting that and you're not shit faced, there's something.
No. This is.
Oh, well, I'm only drive when I'm shit faced.
This is.
I didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just had the thing of like, I'm going to go for it. Kind of a vibe. Like I'm gung ho, which is, I think, at the end has always worked for me. You know what I mean?
Gung ho is your uncle. But I did crack once.
Yeah. Did you really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
A fan gave me Molly. And I was like, oh, and me and the lady went to Paris. We went to the Louvre, and I said, let's do the Molly at the Louvre. And we took crack. We're in the Molly,
God.
like,
You took crack to
tweaking out. I'm looking at the statue of David, like, shaking and drooling.
You're the only person.
I'm the only person.
You're the only person ever to do crack at the Louvre. In the Louvre.
I thought you had to smoke it.
Well, I ate it. I ate the rock.
Now, you doing crack at the Louvre is
That's
something you got to be proud about. What was it like?
It sucked.
Really?
Because I ate it, which I don't think you're supposed to do. So my body didn't know what was going on, and I ran right to the bathroom. I'm shitting insane, like Dumb and Dumber shitting at the Louvre. So all these French people are like, what do we do? What do we do? Yeah, and I'm like, you know, it was bad. But I saw some beautiful art. I'm sweating. I'm there with my lady. We're sweating and twitching, staring at the Mona Lisa.
I love the idea of Norman seeing art. Just go like, look at that.
I
love
the
idea
of
this
stupid watch beeping in the middle of it. Mona Lisa. She's not that hot.
Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa Traeger. What? Mona Lisa Lewinsky.
Oh shit! That's the most Mark Norman thing you've ever said. Oh my god!
That's a mouthful.
Oh my god, that's a mouthful.
Just people be like, what?
I shouted out, she got framed, and nobody got it.
She got framed.
I made a reference to because this Afrobeats music is big right now.
Yeah.
So I said,
is that what I was listening to?
I think so. The Afrobeats.
I don't know. You guys were there together, weren't you?
No. It was
different show.
I got to do it because he wasn't there.
Afrobeats, that's what the cops do. All right. And there's a Downey Barbie.
They did a great job.
Really?
Yeah.
I want it as merch.
His?
I want to order a bunch and have it as merch.
It's a guy?
It.
The
Barbie.
Got it. The doll. Yeah. How's it look? I never saw
They
it.
did a good job.
Really?
Yeah, because I was Googling it like, yo, what? And they did good. Let's show
I mean, that guy in the lab must have been, you got to really walk a fine line with a Downsy doll because it's got to look Downsy, but not insulting.
Yeah, but he's got to research him all the time.
I have a joke about it. I have a joke about it where they're like closer. I know. They're just looking at
Is that
photos.
the Special Olympics every year?
Yeah.
I accidentally Googled the model. Down syndrome, but
Draw
I Googled
me
that-
like one of your retarded girls.
I'm going stealth mode after that one. That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny. That deserves a smoke. What are you looking up?
Shut up. There you go. Just shut up for 4 seconds. You running motor.
Oh, they could have gone harder.
I know.
Yeah, this is just an ugly gal.
That's just an ugly Barbie.
Yeah.
But
4
they did
seconds
good.
is up.
What were they gonna do?
Yeah. And
Wow, that was a nice 4 seconds though. I really felt every moment of
should
that.
have more muscles too. They're very strong. people.
They are very strong. They need bigger lats.
Yeah, I want her lifting a car or eating paste.
She looks normal.
Or petting a cat too hard.
She looks.
I was backdoor at the Hollywood Comedy Store, and I check IDs. And one weekend, he did a weekend there.
Wow.
And he came in, and I was sitting there, and I was so scared. Because I'd blow him.
Yeah.
That's how, I mean, if there was a snake bite on his dick, and he's like, you know what I mean? I would do it, you know what I mean?
Well, that's an emergency. That's not.
But I wouldn't, like this guy, I don't give a fuck, you die. I like you, but I'm just saying, I'm not gonna suck your dick. But my point is that, that's crazy. The Korean, no way. But my point is that, so Carling walks by me and he goes, what's your name, kid?
Oh.
And I'm like, Bobby Lee. And he goes, comic? And I go, yeah. And And he goes, cool. And he did a set. A year later, I'm still working the back door, and he does The Weeknd again. And he doesn't say hi to me, but he does that. He walks up and he goes, Mr. Lee, and he walked right past me.
I mean, in his defense, pretty good odds with the Lee.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of talking about all the trans stuff or whatever, and it was like no one really cared.
Yeah.
Which to me, it was like an interesting, like, okay, the people giving a shit, trying to get mad about that stuff to me is like somewhat over, other than like a tiny corner of the internet.
I hope you're right.
I know that's why I kind of want to see what you thought of that.
Well, my thing is like I hate this argument like Leah Thomas, the swimmer person, you know,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, oh, when do you care about women swimming? And I'm like, when this unprecedented thing that never happened before happened, and
When
it's
it
all
becomes
over the
the number
news,
one thing, yeah.
You know, it's like, 9/11. When did you care about skyscrapers? when a fucking plane flew into one, you. I hate that argument. When do you care about bicycling? I'm like, well, Lance Armstrong's on drugs, and he started fucking Sheryl Crow and jizzed on her tits and gave her breast cancer. That's when I started caring about cycling.
That is a good point.
And I don't even care about it. I just care about this exact news story and this exact swimmer.
When did you start caring about also, on top of that, when did you start caring about the one news story that everyone tells you you're not allowed to talk about, even though you're a comedian?
You nibble in the grocery store?
Oh, yeah. That's what the whole produce is for.
Yeah, he's a known thief.
Not to mention the hot bar. That hot bar doesn't stand a chance with these sticky fingers. You can just put like chicken and pasta in the bowl, and you're just eating and shopping.
Yeah, no, you're not.
You
You're
guys
not
don't
wrong.
do that? Well, that's what Whole Foods is. I go in there, I eat a cup of soup, I leave. I thought everybody did that.
You and other homeless people, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, they keep the eye on the hobos, and I'm sitting pretty.
Just wear a nice shirt. Nobody says a thing.
Yeah, I got a mouthful of chicken noodle. That's why I'm so jealous. Not to change something, I'm jealous of guys who are in a feet.
Yeah.
Because they're everywhere. Like we like tits, but you don't really get to see tits out in the wild. But flip flops, open toe sandal, barefoot women, they're just there.
That's true. I never thought about that.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice to live just in a smorgasbord. Like everywhere's a nudist colony.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you could be one of those guys like, hey, you coming in here? You got to take your shoes off and come to my house. I can't do that with a bra. You know?
Yeah. They saying Italian women are the most beautiful women by country. I mean, yes.
That's probably mine. I like a Mediterranean. To me, is the hottest. Well, Ukraine. They
throwing the Ukrainian
she's got
in
some
there.
bombs.
You got, yeah.
British women, she doesn't show the teeth, if you notice that. Go back up. Smart move there, Limey.
What do we got next? Spanish women from Spain.
Oh, she's like a thicker Penelope Cruz.
I think that actually is Penelope Cruz, is it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Penelope Cruz got fat.
Oh, shit.
No, she looks beautiful like that.
You look great, Penel.
I like a thickie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think
cruised
like...
by a Taco Bell.
Even when someone kills someone or something, like now you can watch the security footage of like the whole murder. Like them going into, you could like the documentary is just like him going into the apartment, him coming out, him going to the store to buy the cleaning products. It's like everything is filmed.
Well, that George Floyd thing was like awkwardly long. How they just watched it for that long.
I know, it was like fast forward,
and they were just, and it was just still. Yeah.
Okay, get some editing in here. Come on.
Mark's looking at the DVDs like skip scene.
I wanted the commentary. Sorry. But yeah, no, it was so long. It was crazy.
It was long.
No, just
it was, yeah.
You think
like
people...
the Irishman? It needed some editing.
Except the violence was way more realistic.
Yeah.
I wonder if the guy who filmed the Zapruder footage, they were like, "Come on, asshole, always film and enjoy the moment." He's
Back then it was weird.
Yeah. That's
now
true.
it's like, do we not film anything? 4 guys who are on a podcast right now.
Let me just say this.
Booyah. Oh, shit.
Oh, did you just shit yourself? Dude, that's a shit your pants.
That's what you call an uncooperative fart.
Mark is like LeBron. He's slowing down. I mean,
That was like
years of farting perfectly, and then, he hits a certain age.
Oh, dude, I felt your pain with that. That was rough, dude.
That was like the George Floyd video. It was so long. But it did happen, but it was...
We just kept
were all
watching.
talking over. It was like...
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Except now we can't breathe. This will play well on the internet. 4 white guys talking about this.
Actually, that's what thrives on the internet.
Have you seen Tim Dillon? He's doing very well.
Do you ever take nights off specifically?
Rarely. Maybe a Sunday here and there.
Yeah. On those nights, do you feel a sense like you're at peace and you're restful, or do you have guilt about not being on stage?
I have guilt, and the wife is like, "You have a night off. Let's fill it with shit." And
She
I'm like,
wants to do the stuff.
which I understand because I'm never there, so I
Right.
get it. So I try to just suck it up and do her
Do
bullshit.
it. You should. You're such a fucking asshole. Her bullshit is probably like dinner at like Cipriani's.
That's true. That's true.
It's such
yeah.
bullshit.
She's the normal. She's the sane one here. I'm aware of that.
Oh man, I had to eat fucking caviar. It's such bullshit.
Yeah, you know, because she'll be like, "Oh, your special's coming out. We should do a thing," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No thing.
You
no
don't want to do a thing. That's
thing is
nice to
work."
have somebody that
It
wants
is. It is, and I appreciate that.
wants to celebrate you like that.
That's
It's
true.
also like I feel like your agents and your people should do that shit too.
Yeah, I guess I try not to mix emotion with them.
Right.
You know.
Keep it real robotic.
Crack the whip. Yeah, you work for me.
Sign the fucking thing. Yeah, so make them throw a fucking party for you with an open bar, and you can invite whoever. And it's summertime in New York, and you can do it on a rooftop.
Yeah, that's not so bad. Ideally, I'd like to have someone throw me a party, but not go. So the party's just happening, but I'm not there. I'm watching TV.
There's a hologram of you.
Oh, that is
Comedy.
that's
Comedy. Everybody can take a picture with them. Comedy.
It's glitching out. Quick, queef, queef.
I'm gay.
Great film.
Great
Charlie
film.
Sheen was great in that. Cameron.
That's right.
Who's
Yeah.
now Succession.
I'll
principal
go.
is in
He'll
Cameron in
keep
both of
calling
them?
me. He'll keep calling me. I'll go. Yeah, it was Cameron.
The principal
Cameron is
in
that
that
one,
is
right?
now a pedophile.
That's right. He got popped with kitty porn.
Who?
The principal, the redheaded principal.
You
guy.
know, Apple's searching our phones for yes.
I'm back in a stealth mode.
Apple's searching our Greg's.
Should warn you guys, I will say some horrific shit up here, but it's all jokes. We're all gonna die one day. Just yuck 'em ups. Don't Will Smith me. You know. Still can't believe that shit happened. Chris Rock's a goddamn pro for handling that so well. You know. Yeah, I got called a homo once at a college gig. I almost slit my wrist. So, good for him. I will say I'm just glad Chris Rock didn't make a joke about Alec Baldwin's wife. I hope Will Smith comes back. I like him. You know, he's coming back. He's got a slave movie coming out, you know, which is kind of appropriate for him because he's used to the backlash. But, you know. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, what prepares you more for a slave movie than being married to Jada Pinkett? Hey! All right. All right. We're getting there. The old ball and chain. Yeah. Okay. I got in trouble at a comedy show recently because I used a racial slur. But I didn't even know it was a slur. I had no idea. But in my defense, can we all agree that the gentlest of the racial slurs has got to be Chinaman? I mean, come on. He's from China. He's a man. Not so bad. You know, to me, the names of Chinese restaurants actually sound a lot more like racial slurs. Let's try some. You know who can't drive? Those frickin' Panda Kings. They cannot drive at all. Listen to this. One of those golden noodles just went in my apartment building. Yeah, moved in right next door to me. They're one big happy family. It's all right, I can do that joke. I'm friends with an Asian. Good guy, though.
I went to the black Snow White. They're gonna get upset. And she's as black as me. And 7 little white dwarfs.
No, they gotta be black dwarves. That's funnier. Like, we got Sassy and we got Welfare and Happy over here.
We got no, you didn't. No, you didn't, motherfucker. I wish you would. I wish you would.
You guys already called each other shorty. Black Hasidic Jews? Is that you, sir? Yes, sir. Whoa, get them! No, I'm kidding. Black Hasidic Jews. Holy shit, that's a crazy combo, huh? You must have the curliest hair on the planet. Holy hell. Black Hasidic Jews. What is your yarmulke off to the side, you know? I bet that guy can spin a dreidel faster than any other heeb out there, I'll tell you that. Wow, they must have really cut off a lot of foreskin on that dick, I'll tell you that.
You could be an athlete and your own sports agent. What's your name, sir? Taylor. I was hoping for something fun, like Arsenio Weinstein or some shit. Shalom. Yes, exactly. Shit. Shalom. Hey. All right. Comedy, huh? We're really doing it. All right, here we are in Katz's, right in the height of anti-Semitism. Hey! Very exciting, huh? All right. The weird one for me is Kyrie Irving, because, he supposedly hates the Jews, but I'm like, if you hate the Jews, maybe don't play for Brooklyn. A lot of Jews out there in the old BK, Look, if I hated kids, I wouldn't go to Nick Cannon's house, All right. Comedy. I love the Jews. Big fan. Jewish women, number one. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Man, I met a girl on that Jewish app. What's that Jewish app? PayPal. Yeah. All right. We're having fun. Hey. Cool.
The one to the left. There, the one from the left. That's a lot of gas.
That's gas.
In there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot of gas in there. And
wow, that'll kill a Jew.
It could. I don't like that one.
Gas chamber bit.
I get you.
All right.
First time? Well, I don't like to talk about your mom, but hey, look who woke up. All right. Good to have you back, you fucking idiot. There you go. Hey, who knew? All right, white pants, bad for spotting. All right. It's the first date? Oh, all right. Well, glad you guys decided to come here and chit-chat. Biracial relationships? Well, the porn is great. I don't know about the relationship. It is. Oh, boy. I'm glad you're dating her and not me. But, holy shit. It's nice to know you guys are. I thought you were mail order. So, Sorry, I'm just getting my revenge. You guys were a horrible table all night. Are we still a pig? Just say it. Huh? I'm not that cute. Come. What? Come close. Oh, jeez. Now you're getting re-heckled by your own audience. All right, well, that joke's ruined. Every joke's like a boner. Once I get yelled at by a lady, it's gone. I kind of realized, oh, wait a minute. I'm not a serial killer. My earrings. I think the staff went home.
You should just kick her out.
I completely agree, but that's apparently up to the club. We're all the same color on the inside.
Red.
Alright. I guess I'm just gonna keep it going, yeah. Stop! I think they're gonna put a for sale sign on this club. Was that a boo over there? What was that? What's that?
We love you, Mark.
Wait, what did I do? Wow. Supporting prostitution? Yes, I've given them money for years. What are you talking about? You don't know me, you fucking psycho cunt. Shut up. So crazy. You think you're the good guy in the movie, What a fucking retard. All right. Oh, is that her? Oh, great. All right. Wait, what did I do? Why are you mad? I don't get it. What do you mean I'm promoting it? I'm telling a joke, you fucking psycho. Jesus Christ. I don't think she's smart. Suck my dick. All right, well. That's sexual assault. You're promoting sexual assault. Where does it end? Suck my dick. I'm sure that was transphobic in some way. If we're really doing the numbers here. I should have never fucked her. Yeah, that's really fun. Andrew Tate. Everybody's talking about this guy. I don't get it. What should I know about this guy? Is he good or bad?
I think he hates women.
Oh, he hates women? You like him? Oh, okay. I thought women hated him. Oh, you gotta get your bitches. Oh, she's fun. That's a fun lady. She does anal. All right.
Have you ever done anything with a trans?
No, I'm not against it. Actually, I got blown in Mexico by, I believe a man. I don't ask questions.
Did you sneak him into the shelter? Or?
No. Me and my friends went to Tijuana, as you do. We were like 18. And they were all getting whores. And I was like, I don't want to do that. That feels weird.
Yeah.
Mexican whore, you don't know what's what.
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I went to this bar and I got blown. And I remember the guy had rock hard tits and I touched his hair and he was like, don't do that because it would move.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then I walked out and I was feeling pretty good. And my friends were all standing outside like, you didn't go in that bar, did you? I was like, yeah. And they're like all busted out laughing. So it was a quiet drive home.
Yeah. So you definitely got blown by a trans woman.
Yeah, I think it was just a dude in a wig.
Yeah. So not even trying.
Yeah, but amazing BJ. I mean, they know the equipment.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I had a condom on.
Is it better?
You had a condom?
Oh, yeah. Way better. Way better. She knew what to do and all that. It was amazing.
Everybody is bi.
Apparently.
You were right.
You should be able to say all the jokes then if you've been there.
Oh, good point.
For real.
I'll take it. N-word? I fucked a couple
black guys?
Black ladies. Very intimidating. I know you like the white gal, the white coos. Okay.
Everybody.
But the black gals, you've been with a few.
Not yet. Hopefully.
Okay.
They're intimidating. Why are they intimidating?
Wow, you just assume the Lakers have been in there, and just all the giant men.
Tough follow.
Yes, exactly.
The Lakers have been in there.
I don't have a tiny penis. I'm not saying I'm small, but I'm not huge.
Right.
So,
You're not LeBron.
Right.
yeah, I'm no LeBron. I'm more Curry, but I'm Muggsy Bogues. But I got good veinage. I'm all vein.
That's what girls like, for sure.
You think?
No. Yeah. Okay, so it's...
What are the secrets about your chick? Like
she? Well, I mean, I don't know how much I can say, but
is she private?
She's cool. She's an open casket, but she likes insults and be mean to me and hold me down and really degrade.
Really?
Yeah, which is, I feel weird doing because I like her.
Yeah.
But
you're lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the weird thing.
You're uneducated.
Yeah, not all insults are sexy. Like, you're a bad driver. Your cooking sucks. But it's bad though. One time we were fucking and call me a whore, call me a slut, tell me I'm this, and I was like, you fucking retard. And that didn't go over well. She was like, what are you doing? I was like, sorry. And I'm trying to think of the meanest thing.
You're fucking.
So that didn't fly. Well, I've had so many bad heckles, but the one that really fucked me up was I was kind of new. I was probably like 3-4 years in. I got a college gig, which was huge.
Yeah.
Good money, fly you down, put you up. And it was in Florida, and it was called Florida Atlantic. It was an all-black school, which I didn't know, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I show up, and I had to follow a rap group. It was like kind of a talent night.
Ooh.
I had to follow a rap group, and they were like, twirling shirts going, kill Whitey, fuck the cops, I'll kill you, fuck this bitch or whatever. And they're killing. Like the whole place is jumping.
Yeah. It was the DNC basically.
Yeah. And I remember there was like a little cute nerdy black girl with a clipboard going, okay, you're next, and I just want to let you know it's very diverse. I'm like, it's not diverse, it's all black. I'm the diversity. But whatever. So it was me and this other kid, and we were both supposed to do 30 minutes. So, these people don't want 30 minutes of one guy. So he goes up first, and they trash him immediately, and he gets off after like a minute and a half. And I was like, what are you, crazy? You got to do your time at least. So he's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm calling my agent. He was like he had self-esteem, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm like, all right. And then they bring me up like, oh, we got another live one coming up. Oh, baby. And then he's looking at me like, oh, this guy's a goner. Like, I totally set up for failure. So I walk on stage, and I'm walking to the mic. The mic is like right where that camera is, and I haven't gotten there yet. And some guy goes, look at this fag. Kills. Huge laugh. So I was like, all right, I can handle this. So I was in such a New York state of mind. I was like, damn, man, what if I was actually gay? And he goes, no, you are. That got an applause break. He's getting high-fived. They're crowd surfing this guy. He's a hero. And then I try to do 20 minutes on Uber after that, and I just ate my lunch for half an hour. But I did my time.
Hello, this video is brought to you by Manscaped. See the link in the description to get beautiful balls. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code YUNYANG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code YUNYANG. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Now enjoy the rest of the video.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa, we got a Downsy model?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Now I feel better about jerking it.
Victoria's Secret now has a Down syndrome model.
That was a Down syndrome.
Wow.
Hey, listen, inclusive, and she's beautiful.
She's not bad.
Not bad.
Very pretty.
Are those real or fakes? What do we think?
Well, those titties ain't. That's an old David Tell. That's a David Tell joke.
Yeah,
Not mine.
That's from that's from Skanks for the Memories.
Yeah. Well, Pimp's gonna be wearing those glasses soon, I think.
Wow, there it is. She does look a little like homeless Pimp. So
Good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's
Nice.
got. I wonder if she's got strength. Can she lift a car? They're strong people. That's what I hear. It's great. They pay her in crayons. Good for her. All right, we'll cut that out.
No, I say clip it.
All
right. So what was I talking about?
I had one similar Hartford Funny Bone. This is years ago. It's probably like 25 people in the room. I'm eating my ass. This guy is in the front row. I'm talking a real nerd guy, like fat guy with glasses and a beard, and he had a woman with him and another, like a sister and his cousin or something. And he's just, this guy is like a loser. And I'm bombing, and they keep doing the thing where they mimic my bomb. Like, I'd be like, Mick Ultra, huh? And that's the punchline. You go, Mick Ultra, whew, that was bad. And then I'd be like, well, what about Shag Carpet? He's like, Shag Carpet, nothing there, you know? And it was, no one could hear it but me. So he was like taunting me. So I just lost it on this guy, and I was like, fuck you, you piece of shit. And apparently he was like kind of downsy or something. So maybe he was not fucking with me. Maybe he was just being retarded or something. Yeah. But I didn't know that, and I kept going at him. And this is when it gets really bad, when you're like, fuck you, and I just got angry. It wasn't even funny. And this guy in the back goes, go easy on him. So I go, well, fuck you too. What the hell? I'm up here alone, blah, blah, blah. So eventually the guy got up, the retarded guy got up and was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh shit, this guy's all, you know, a little melted. And I was like, oh shit, all right, well, what are you gonna do? And they threw the kid out, and they had to throw him out, and like he was like kind of moaning and stuff. Oh, it was bad. And then I had like another 20 to do after that. It was a nightmare. So now the other crowd hates me because I shit on them. It was.
You're going to hell, man.
You're
all
fun.
right.
Yeah.
We can have a good time.
Because you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, I like to drink. I mean, I shit blood this morning. So we like to drink. We like to chop it up. And we both love comedy. We can get hammered and talk comedy like nerds.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. I wish my wife could do that.
No, you don't.
Really?
Yeah, you want her to stay a lady.
What do you talk to your girlfriend about?
I don't know. It's a good question. Current events. I don't know. That's a great question.
Do you have a talking list of things? You
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, the Ukraine's in the news.
How about that Kanye? Putin, huh? Yeah, no, we have our pillow talk. We do the best talking laying in bed, 4 a.m, just laying on our side, staring at each other, getting all googly-eyed, you know?
Really? So wait, do you, I could never turn it off, like sexually?
Yeah.
So I could never, I am Bert the whole time until it goes in, and then I turn into the saddest individual in the world of just like.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I get all puppy doggy. Yeah, it gets bad.
Really?
We talk about everything. We love talking George Floyd, and you name it. We'll go all in.
Talking George Floyd.
Whatever's clever. All right. So depending on the month, it might be 1,000, might be 3,000. So I've already made, because Comedy Central wouldn't take it. They pay $30,000.
Really?
And I've already gone way beyond that. So I was crushed when they didn't buy it, but now I'm like, fuck you. I've made more, and I own it.
Yeah.
Blow me, CC.
Also fuck them.
Yeah.
What did Schumer used to say? She used to always say, since we're both right here right now, you could give Comedy Central a gold brick and they would bronze it.
Ooh, that's good.
That's what she used to say.
Man.
I think she stiffed him for the last year for a show, I think even.
I think so.
I think she was fucking supposed to be in a show.
Yeah, she's got balls.
Dude, she's got some freaking hard balls on the top, too. Nice ones, huh?
Yeah, you banged her.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, I definitely, I knew her well at
Sure.
So welcome here into the studio. It's good to have you
Hey,
here.
good to be here. It's a pleasure. I'm a little hungover, a little gay, but just glad to be here with you, sister.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'm very happy to be here with you too.
All right. Sorry, just hiding my erection. This is great. Big fan of the gals, which is weird because when I was a kid, I hated girls. When I was like 6 years old, I thought girls were gross, thought they were dumb. And you know, you're allowed to hate girls as a kid, but that's really the only group a kid's allowed to hate. Because if I was a 6-year-old that hated Puerto Ricans, that would be weird. You know, if I was like, hey, Mom, I hate Puerto Ricans, she would never say, oh, you'll like them one day.
Well, one thing that I've been able to kind of pick up is you do have that old self-deprecating humor, which I do enjoy in a comedian.
I do hate myself. I'm always drawn to people that hate me, I guess because we have so much in common.
Oh,
but I'm not good with the small talk. You know, 2 things I can't do: small talk and eye contact. How sad is that? You know, I basically have all the traits of a serial killer, just without the ambition. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it. You know, people always say to me, Mark, got to be more confident. Then they say, Mark, got to be yourself. I'm like, well, you got to pick one. Yeah, I've been farting it up in the green room, and I think I scared.
That's why the door was shut
Yeah.
to our little smaller green room.
Exactly.
You were just trying to be polite.
We call it hot boxing. Really soaking it all in, because the smell of your own farts, for some reason, is enjoyable. If you farted, it'd be weird. But if I fart, I enjoy it. I don't know why.
Is that a guy thing?
Maybe.
Because I feel like you would hear, no woman would ever say something like that.
No, you guys are more of maybe a queef thing.
Oh my gosh,
But,
okay.
All right, hey, any Puerto Ricans here?
All right, too many. Just kidding. Love Puerto Ricans. Good people. Very passionate people. A lot of knives, but passionate. Very passionate. Hey, I'm just telling jokes. I'm a comedian. Look, I live in New York City, all right? If I was racist, I would be exhausted.
And you grew up in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. Good times. Weird city. I always say New Orleans, great place to visit, not a great place to grow up. It's kind of like a dad who sells drugs but doesn't hug you. You know what I mean? You get the fun stuff, but you don't get a ride to school.
That's a good way to put it. I would never think of it like that.
My friend actually works at a gay bar, so I'll go there from time to time, get a free drink, maybe a compliment. And my guy friends are blown away by this. They're like, dude, you go to gay bars? That is weird. If some gay guy ever hit on me, I don't know what I would do. How about you just not have sex with them? Seems pretty easy. Sir, how do you feel about gay marriage getting passed? Is that gay porn? Good Lord. You're a big fan. Ma'am, how do you feel about gay marriage getting passed? Bigots.
So, but for you, you're young. So getting into this business
Black
and
don't crack.
getting into this business and
I'm 35, not that young. But, not on the Viagra yet. Or am I? Who knows? I like to snort it. I think my weirdness has hurt me with the gals. I'm seeing somebody now, but boy, I was a bad dater. I went on a blind date once. Right when the girl saw me, she goes, "Hey, I bet we'd have really cute kids." I was like, "All right, I bet we'd have great sex." And she goes, "Whoa, slow down." I was like, "Slow down, you're 9 months ahead of me." But hey, that's why I'm a comedian, because I got to get love somewhere. Whoops, sorry, is that a Me Too? All right.
I can handle it.
I drink too much. I actually got let go from a job for being drunk at work. Yeah, my boss called me and he goes, "Get in here, Mark. It's clear you're a high-functioning alcoholic." I was like, wow, how do you know I was also high?
I had an old lady approach me once. She goes, "Ooh, I'm going to kidnap you." I was like, wow, I could never say that to a woman. I said that to a lady. She calls the police. I would be curious to know what a woman could say that would offend me. Like, all right, I'm going to take you home, drug you, take advantage of you, and film it. I'd be like, all right, well, at least let me pay for the Uber. Single guy, back on the scene. Hey, all right, prove it.
Catcall us, ladies. That'd be hilarious. Yeah. You know, start yelling stuff at us that we don't want to hear. Stuff that would scare a guy. You know, you walk past a group of girls at night. One of them's like, "Hey, I'll tell you I love you on the first date." You're like, holy hell. That is terrifying. Yeah, get us back. You know, you walk past a girl. She's like, "Hey, before we have sex, I'm going to poke a hole in the condom." This is a horrible neighborhood. Like, I was on the subway recently. I was watching an interracial couple make out. I was just staring at them. And the guy next to them caught me. He goes, "What the hell? I see you staring at them. What are you, racist?" I was like, "What? Racist? No, I'm a creep." What are you talking about? I'm hard. Good to be here. I Ubered here. I had a real chatty driver. Oh, don't you hate that? Wouldn't it be nice if there was a small talk option on the app, you know? But there isn't, so you got to really find your own way to quiet the guy. I like to scare him, you know? He's like, "Hey, how about this traffic? What do you think's causing this?" I'm like, "Probably the Jews." He's like, "All right. Nice quiet ride."
Very.
You're going hard in the paint, huh?
I like her.
All right. Hey. You had a 10, I need you a 7.
Daddy doesn't.
It's getting weird.
Daddy doesn't watch porn.
What?
Yeah.
You seem a little pent up.
I never watch porn.
Wow.
And I haven't watched porn in many.
Are you a porn
year.
guy?
Yeah, I like a good.
But
porn's like
I
coffee
like her.
for me. I
I'm
do
gonna
it every
watch her.
day, and it's got to be black. Yeah, but I don't know. How do you do it? What are you, imagination, like 8th grade style?
I'm older. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
think
even
back to.
I don't even jerk off.
Jack off in black and white.
I don't even jerk off anymore. Really, I swear to God.
What?
I'm just old.
You know what, dude? Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Who are you talking to?
Look how you're sitting. You're weird.
That's really.
You gotta rub one out.
I meditate.
Like he's better than us.
Growing up, they had a thing, vajipping, for a while. Girls would put
Vajipping?
LSD in their vagina.
What?
Yeah. And go hard. Yeah.
A dick trip. Your dick will go in and get all Burning Man.
Well, that was the thing, yeah. It was like the girl was tripping, then you get in there and get some of the trip. And so it was this real...
I don't mind a trip, but I don't want it through my dick hole. That's a weird suppose.
that's a wild...
Yeah, that's a wild entrance.
That's a front suppository.
Yeah, holy hell. There's Nick. Big Nick's a creeper.
Well, he's a premature baby, dude, so he's making up for lost time.
Oh, are you a
man.
preemie? Oh, yeah. Well, you came out good.
That's what I'm saying, man. Why? A lot of these guys going 36, and Nick got out early, bro. Nick is a hard worker.
Oh, yeah. I was like a C-section.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I came out through the fucking roof.
Oh, wow.
Or I guess maybe the moon roof or something. I didn't come out through the door.
I could see that. I could see you being like, I don't know, is this the best thoroughfare?
Right.
Let me see what else is going on
and
here.
you've all touched your mom's vag. I haven't touched, well, maybe you've touched my mom's. She's a big slut. But I haven't touched my mom's vagina, which feels pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could see that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there is always a weird element. I think sometimes when I look at my mom and she and I both know what I did.
Yeah. You ruined her labia.
Yeah.
For a while. They say it goes back.
Yeah, I hear it's never exactly the same, but that's my buddy said that.
Oh, well, maybe he had a big kid or something.
Yeah, he said that.
Because we've all banged some MILFs, and it didn't feel that different.
Yeah, I don't have any feelings in my penis at all. I don't feel like.
Oh, really? Come on.
I don't think so. I mean, so many of the nerves are in my brain that it's like if I think hard enough, I can feel something, but otherwise it's kind of like...
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm just not. I mean, yeah, like...
You're not very sensitive downtown.
I don't think so. I don't...
What? You're not jizzing all over?
Nah.
Really?
Dude,
oh, I put it in. I'm done.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, and don't worry. I got the brain stuff, too. I'm going, I hate myself. I'm tiny. I'm gay. All this shit. But
yeah.
I don't have the...
oh, you got the band back together, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My dick's like a girl at seeing The Notebook. It's just weeping. Yeah. It's bad.
Bro, the first time I ever had sex, I remember getting right up, like, literally, my penis was right outside of this girl's vagina.
Yes.
And it just, like, sneezed ejaculate, just like... like it was so nervous or something.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. So it hit the out. So it pressure washed.
Oh, definitely. And it
Oh,
was
wow.
like, it was almost like my penis was like, I'm too sick to handle this, and just vomited outside of this girl's entryway. You know,
puked at the table. You didn't even get to the buffet.
Oh, I didn't even get there. Yeah.
Oh man, you golden corralled it.
And we were so ready. Everybody was so ready. So then I had to
Ah.
pretend like I was so ready, bro. And that was crazy because I had to like, oh, hold on, I don't want to just do this. I had to, like, make up this long story.
Right. All the Europe ones, you know.
Did you get loose in Amsterdam?
We got loose. We just did the canals and got a bunch of weed.
Are you a
and
drug
walked
guy
around.
or?
No, not a weed guy. I can't do it. I'm too fucked up. The weed brings out all the demons.
Yeah.
It doesn't suppress them like alcohol, which
You
I
like
need.
you like booze and uppers.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're
Booze and uppers.
But
Let's
you
just leave
don't
it
seem like obviously you have your darkness. It's from your childhood.
I think so. Yeah, I had a weird childhood.
How so?
Well, let's see. My dad got a wild hair up his ass and bought a mansion, dilapidated mansion in a poor black neighborhood. So first of all, the house was fucked. We barely had running water. It was, we'd have family meetings like, all right, go shit at school. Don't shit here. We need the water. And then my dad started running out of money, so he made the back half of bed and breakfast, like old style bed. So my mom's whipping up pancakes at 8 a.m. and I'm like, can I get one? She's like, blow me, dick. Eat a bowl of Cheerios, you cunt. And so I was like, all right, sorry, Jesus. And so they're my parents were workaholics. They're checked out. They were nice people, but they're just like, hey, we gave birth to you. You figure it out. Yeah, go watch TV.
There's no attention.
Yes, Dr. Drew. I just
Best
did his
thing to happen
podcast.
to a fucking comic.
Maybe, but boy, it's sad.
Don't give them attention.
Yeah. So what Dr. Drew say?
So he said, "You're," because I was like, my mom didn't react. Like I have girlfriends. I'll introduce her to my mom. They're like, "Whoa, that was tough." I felt like I was bombing in there. I'm like, "Welcome to my life, you fucking whore." Jesus Christ, 20 years of that shit growing up, and so
I bombed in there.
No wonder you need laughs from fucking strangers.
Exactly. Like, ask me a question. Just ask me a random question. This is my mom.
A random question. Where are you from?
What time is it? Where are we? It's just like, oh shit, sorry.
She
like,
won't engage.
Yeah, and she's not mean. She's just got her
checked out.
Yeah, she's just like thinking about, all right, I got to pay the bill, I got to water the plants, and you're like,
Did you have brothers and sisters?
Older brother, and he's a genius. He's like this, math computer wizard. And our neighborhood was so dangerous that he just head into a computer like as a kid, and he just became like DOS and shit.
Did
He
you
was
make
reading
friends
books.
in the neighborhood with the black?
Yeah, but then you got into fights, and there was a lot of racial tension. It was the 90s, and bikes were stolen, and we got robbed all the time. We had this crazy alarm going off because our house was so big, and I'd be like an 8-year-old kid, and you just hear like glass breaking, and then woo, 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 and I'm just like, I'm in my room like hugging a teddy, hoping I don't get raped by fucking Leroy, and you go downstairs and hey, the TV's gone today, and that was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we got robbed all the time. My dad, he's like N-word rich, where he's like, oh, we're going to buy a shitty Lexus, but it's a Lexus, so the Lexus would get stolen. He's like, all right, he'll give me like cab money to go to school and shit. And that was just how it was. I remember I told this story on Rogan, but I got my bike stolen. Just street toughs, they would rub their front tire on your back tire, and that meant like, oh, you're fucked. And they would just take your bike.
Forever, I didn't get a good night's sleep, but that shit did end up working.
Oh, really?
It worked for both of them, yeah.
Interesting. It didn't work for me. I tried these dehydration pills, like to dry you out. That didn't work. And then my dad eventually got so fed up because he was annoyed with the bedwetting. He's like, you got to grow up, you fucking loser. So he said, no more liquids after 6. So I'm sitting there eating Doritos at 6:08, going like, I look like a Somali pirate. I'm so thirsty. I'm like, it's like Waterworld. I gotta pee in a jar and filter it. I'm so thirsty, and my brother's guzzling Kool-Aid and shit and Pepsi, and I'm like,
He's not having that problem at all.
No, it was brutal, man. It was a dry county.
And so would you not go to sleepovers because of it?
I would go because I wanted to hang and I wanted to, be a part of society. I didn't want to be like a weirdo, like disabled guy. Like, I can't go. I have a problem. So I would just stay up all night. And it was like I was like in a Holocaust death camp. I was like, all right, I'll sleep in shifts. I'll go sleep for like 10 minutes here, and then I'll wake up, and I saw everything. I would just walk around my friends' houses at like 2 a.m. They're snoozing, and I'd go through the mom's panties and watch some TV and check the fridge. I was like a weird night owl, night crawler guy at like 9. I'm checking out porn, I'm going in and out of the house, playing with a cat, whatever I had to do. Jerk off on a friend's face, anything, just to kill the time. Did you guys jerk off together, you and your buds?
No.
What?
Never.
Oh, that was a big one in,
That
in-
was
in my childhood.
none of the what. Okay, so let's talk about that too, because was it a circle jerk thing
No.
or what was it? What,
It
what-
was
you're like, no,
Come
nah,
on.
nah, I mean,
We're
come
not
on, let's stop.
sickos. You take a corner, I'll take a corner. We got the porn in the middle, and yeah, it was like a bonding experience. I did make my friend taste it once, and he never talked to me again.
Is that real?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
wait,
mean,
his or yours?
His. I was like, I dare you to taste it. He's like, I'm not tasting it. I was like, a double dog. And he was like, I hate you. You know, it was a great moment.
He's never talked to you again.
I mean, we're still cool. He's dead now. He was a gay porn star. But Alpha,
yeah. Then he wins.
He wins. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Where in New York, it feels more like, oh, that was a clever take on that joke, and it feels more arty a little bit, like a little more intellectually. Like Dave Attell, as I mentioned, he looks like a hobo,
Right.
But he's this brilliant guy,
He's the
you know.
best. He's yeah. You always have somebody like that in the building that makes you checks all the levels.
Yes,
it's like even if he's not personally doing it, it's just him being there.
Right.
There's a ceiling as to what's going on.
Yeah, but then you go to the Comedy Store, and I'm in the main room, green room, and you're like, look at all these sexy dudes. You know, like Brendan Schaub's a fucking chiseled fat bitch.
Yeah,
like he's got
yeah.
the slick hair, the cool shoes, got a chain on. I'm like, I would never even think to put on a chain.
Oh,
I
he's the
can't do
white
that.
part of bacon. Yeah, I can always call him the white part of bacon. Still good,
killer.
but damn boy.
Yeah.
A little thick and not good for you.
Yeah, he's a thick crust, and he's got the cheese in there too.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, you stretch it and it pulls. But
oh, yeah, it's like dang, how much cheese? Is
I
in
know,
here?
I know. But he's like 7'1". He's got a huge piece and a fat
yeah.
ass. It's
he
crazy.
only has one leg, dude. His other it's a fucking penis with a knee on it.
Wow, he's got a bendy dick.
Yeah, dude.
He's got ligaments.
Oh, dude, yeah. He can stand on his dick. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's a kickstand, a dick stand. Come see me live before I kill myself. So please, you can say you saw me when. See me before I go full gay. Come on in, people. Sorry about the sunglasses. I'm culturally appropriating a jazz musician. There we go.
There you go.
Welcome to another episode of Long Days. This is the first guest. I wanted my first guest to be the hilarious Mark Norman, and I scored him even though I had to take a plane back from Miami to get here.
It's a long story, folks. I thought you moved to Miami. I don't know why.
Here's the thing: we had like a whole exchange, a whole text exchange.
Yeah.
For like that spanned like a couple weeks.
Yep.
And the whole time you thought I lived in Miami.
Yes. Well, I was doing the Miami Improv, and I said, I saw you on Schultz. You got a little cheese in you. You know, you're a little swanky and dancy and some kind of ethnicity. So I figured you moved down to Miami, and it said, fuck these queefs up here. I'm going to Florida. And I was wrong. So I said, oh, he can open for me. You know, it'll be fun.
You have you're ethnic, but you're more ethnic in like a French.
Yes, yeah.
French kind of conquering, like a French kind of swing. But you're the ones in Louisiana. Were you guys like conquering French, or were you more like French Revolution kind of égalité, liberté kind of French? I know you eat crawfish, and it freaks me out. It's weird. You eat on newspapers like fucking Irish peasants.
Yeah, well, you do Asians out here stealing our whole peel thing with the, you see them out there in the restaurant. They put the sauce right on the shell. Right. What are you doing, you crazy? Stop Asian hate. Stop crawfish hate.
Exactly.
You guys are ruining it. But yeah, my dad's like from France people, Normandy, you know, it's right in there. So then my mom's a big Sicilian cunt, and it's that mix. And then you throw some Cajun in there and a couple of blacks, and you got me.
It's interesting because, I just have to say this, how do I say this?
Sing it, sister.
I think, if I was gay, which I'm not,
Jeremy,
that I would find you to be cute.
Oh, thanks.
All right?
You're cute too. Have you heard my dick pic story?
No.
Maybe 8 years ago, I hooked up with this gal, and it was like this passionate weekend on the road. It was amazing. She was way out of my league. It was the highlight of my life. So we'd kind of communicate after a few weeks of me leaving, and she'd be like, send me a dick pic. Send her a dick pic, whatever, no big deal. 8 months later, we stopped talking, whatever. Somebody tweets at me, ats me, hey, is this your dick? And it was a photo of my dick.
Some random guy in like Minnesota.
But a good photo, no less.
Yeah, but it's still my dick, so it's not great. But I saw my sheets, and that's what did it. I was like, those are my dinosaur sheets. And so
That's my race car bed. I know that bed anywhere.
yeah, I just didn't respond, and it kind of flew off into the Twitter ether. But Jesus, seeing your own dick on a public platform is terrifying.
That's a bummer. It's
and
a
you know
bummer.
it was mine.
Well, you got a nice penis, though.
It's all right.
It's fine.
It's a Civic.
It's a Civic.
Yeah, it's like it'll get you places, reliable, but it's not going to win a race.
What is this? LGBTQIP2SA? Is this one of Elon Musk's new kids' names? What is this? Lesbian, gay, bisexual. Okay, so LGBTQIP2SAA stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, queer, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit, androgynous, and asexual. Two-spirit is a term used by some indigenous North Americans to describe those who fulfill a traditional third-gender ceremonial role. The local democracy reporting service said this is what the guy Maxie was. Remember, we had a guest on the show, Maxie. He's like a hair and makeup guy that I know. And here he said he's a two-spirit. He's a two-spirit indigenous.
Two-spirit?
Yeah, he's a two-spirit. He doesn't know what he is. He said every day I wake up and I'm a different one of the letters.
Whoa, man, that's gotta be that's so exhausting.
Yeah.
I just jerk off to whatever gets me going that day.
Same with me, dude.
Yeah, whether it's a relative or a hobo, whatever
I know,
it is.
that's how I feel. It's like sometimes I'm watching like lesbian porn. Sometimes I'm watching porn that looks like my wife. And then the other day I jerked off to Wade Boggs because I was just I was just reminiscent about the good old Yankee days when he was riding around the horse, and it was turning me on. His butt bouncing her up in those pinstripes. I miss baseball.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's trying to skew younger.
Yeah.
And I've jerked off to your wife as well. So yeah, it's all full circle.
Clip it.
But yeah, pansexual. That's somebody who doesn't want the pandemic to end.
Whatever accomplishments I had were what she considered just baseline
Right.
what you had to do.
But do you think that made you better?
It made me sadder. There's nothing about that experience that catapulted me into anything but like a broken person.
I hear you. You don't look at those medals and go, "Hey, that was pretty good."
Yeah.
Damn.
Nothing.
I have them.
You have, oh my God, one of them is gold plated. You want one?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I won the Southeast Asian Games. I won 2 gold medals. I'll give them to you.
No, don't give them to me.
Mark,
sell them.
Take them, Mark.
No offense, but you don't look like no athlete to me.
No, I'm not. I was a skateboard kid.
You were?
Oh, big time. That was my whole life.
Wait. You're a skater?
I was. I mean, I'm old now, but
yeah, but so
boy,
back because I grew up. I just a second. All right, don't.
Oh, no.
Please don't. All right, I'm a poser.
Please
don't. Please.
He even opened up a skate shop but can't skate.
I opened up a skate shop, right?
Oh, what a dweeb.
Yeah, and
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Look at my body.
Well, that's now you're 61.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoever said Asian
That's
don't
true.
raisin.
That's true.
I'm joking. You look great, even though you're coming out of your shirt at the bottom.
I love it. Please keep it coming. But,
sorry.
yeah. I love being ripped on.
Here we go. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Judgment. Everyone understands the need for change in the abstract, but the day-to-day level people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and will lead to revolt. If you are new to a position of power or an outsider trying to build a power base, make a show of respecting the old way of doing things.
That's
if
true.
change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past.
That's brilliant
There
shit.
you go. There you go.
Some kid needs to translate that into like millennial Gen Z talk. Like, yo, fam, it's lit when you're yourself.
Fucking,
or some bullshit, just so everybody gets it, because I think it's a little too heavy-handed sometimes, but it's all brilliant.
Oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you do it.
But people are doing it for you. You're very popular on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's so many just viral videos.
That's
of you.
Steve Byrne. Sorry.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of flattering when someone else does that. I've had people like mimic my act or lip sync it, and you're like,
Oh,
that's
cool.
fun. Somebody's
Yeah.
watching, somebody gives a shit enough to do that.
Yeah. Is like, do you want to do acting or anything like that?
I can't act. It's not good. I just don't care. I've done a million auditions. I've never gotten one. And I had to do one where my dad died next to me on the couch, and they threw me out of the room.
That bad.
Oh, really?
They're like, get out of here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Dad, what are you, crazy? What are you dying on us? Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, you're wasting our time. I was like, I drove here from Santa Monica. It took 3 hours. you know?
Yeah.
We did the March Madness competition, which they used to do at this Caroline's Comedy Club. It's like the first thing that like I ever did, like the first time like I ever got my name in the paper or like ever got like appreciated by like a comedy club owner. But they starts out with 64 comics and you all do a minute joke or 30-second joke, and it's like the audience votes, claps.
Yeah,
who's moving on? Who's moving on? Or actually, no. At that point, I think it was a panel of judges. It was it was the owner of the club, Caroline Hirsch, the booker, Louis Ferranda, and then they would have like an agent or whatever.
Yeah.
And then so that's how you move on. So like,
I forgot about this.
I was 100% like completely like brand new into comedy. Been doing it a year or two. Like
killing it though.
I knew some of these guys, but like nobody. Like I never like the clubs. Nobody had ever. An agent never heard of me. A manager never heard of me. But I went all the way to the Elite Eight of this tournament.
It's
and
a bracket system.
It's a bracket system. I kept winning. I kept winning and winning this thing, and I was like, oh shit! Like I've got, and it was the final 8 was like me, Norman, Sam Morrill, I think Nick, this guy Nick Cobb, Phoebe
Cobb.
Robinson was there, and then I forgot the other ones. But anyway, my mom said you were one of her favorites. She always remembered you. You, Sam Morrill. She liked, and then Harrison Greenbaum.
Well, he's a gay.
Yeah.
But, no, he's a nice kid. But
he is gay.
that was a wild time, and it was me and you, I think, at the end. I think it was neck to neck.
Well, then one year I got all the way to the championship, and it was me versus Norman, and Norman won, the scumbag.
Yeah.
He beat me.
That was a big deal. That was like 1 and 2 right there.
Yeah, and
that
what
was
did you?
terrifying.
I forgot what you won. Nothing crazy, right?
You
Was
get
it
like $200 and a fleshlight or something ridiculous, you know. But you know how cheap Caroline's is. But yeah, that was a big deal, and I had like I got a little misty after.
Yeah. I just heard my mom whisper, "What's a fleshlight?"
I'll send her one. I got a million of them.
I got a question for Mark. What's the worst comedy gig you've ever lived?
What's the what?
The worst comedy gig.
Oh my God, the worst gig ever. Probably like I've done a million corporates, and I've told the story before, but I got this big gig because Seinfeld shouted me out, and once Seinfeld did that,
I was at the Mets game he shouted you out at.
That's
I was
crazy.
sitting in the stands.
Wow,
how crazy is that? I was at the freaking Mets game that he.
Have you told the story about how he doesn't call you anymore?
Oh yeah. We did it. We did it on. I have for the $25 members at Patreon.com/Christy Comedy. We do a thing called the Chris and Eddie Show. I call it Edibles Eddies, where I take an edible with homeless pimp, and then they wait 30 minutes, and then I do the show on Eddies, and we call it the Chris and Eddie Show. And I told the story. I started reading texts on the Patreon from Seinfeld.
Oh my God, that's wild.
That's wild, dude. And I was like, oh boy. So Pip was like, put it at the 25 level. That's how we thought of the idea, because I was like, we got to put it out, right? He was like, yeah, but dude, you started reading Seinfeld texts.
Yeah,
and I was like, what do we do? He's like, what if we put it at the $25 level? I was like, all right, yeah, let's give her a name. And he was like, well, you took edibles. I was like, the Chris and Eddie Show. He's like, perfect.
You get to the $30, it's Cosby text.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I'll start. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so you know, it's crazy. He's shouting me out, whatever, and it didn't do shit for my career. I thought, I'll be selling out the next day. Didn't make a blip.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good for me, and my mom fingered herself and all that. But other than that, it was.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, sorry. She knows. She's done it. And yeah. So what was I saying? Sorry, your mom's distracting me. Yeah. So, but what it did do was these corporates hit me up like, who's this whiz kid that Seinfeld's talking about, you know?
Sure.
And so I got hired by all these giant pharmaceutical, Ford Motor Company. Money. It was a good year.
Yeah.
And I bombed every single one of them. But this one in particular, they bought me a tuxedo. They got me a limo to Philadelphia in this beautiful ballroom. It was a drug company. It was like the Oscars for drugs.
Right.
For like pills and Pfizer and all this shit. And it was a 3-hour thing. I was supposed to do 15 minutes up top and actually, you know, Jimmy Kimmel, do the award show.
Sure.
Ellen DeGeneres, whatever it was. Billy Crystal. So I bombed the first 15 minutes. This is like the biggest gig of my life.
How many people are there, would you say, roughly?
Huh?
How many people?
I don't know, 600 in a ballroom tuxedo. It's like, that's the guy who owns routers, and that's the guy who invented the iPhone.
Harvey
6.
Weinstein.
Yeah, all those guys were there. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Al Gore. It was crazy.
Oh, my God.
I know. And so I got to do all the, you know, the best antidepressant goes to the doo-da-da. You know, all the drugs that sound like black women's names. And so I'm in the tuxedo. I go up. They hate me already. I got to eat dinner with them
them too, and then they go, Mark Norman, the host, and I go up there, there's a big podium and everything, and the first 15 minutes, I die.
Zero.
And I'm doing Tonight Show, like, tested
Norman's got
material.
great. If you ask Mark to do his A stuff, it's killer shit.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And obviously clean and all that. So I was like, man, this is a tough group. But I did one joke about a vibrator, but it's very clean. It's just, I mentioned the word vibrator once. I see a woman get up in the back. She walks out. I go, whatever. She's probably menstruating or miscarriaging or whatever it is. And then I go back, to my act, blah, blah, blah. Bombing, whatever. Then we go into the award show, and I'm bringing up, this guy won. He comes up, says this little thing with the trophy. I make fun of him, and then they didn't like that. So at one point, somebody's giving a speech, and I have a moment off to the side, and this lady in a headset's like, get over here. She's like, you pissed off the CEO's wife. She's furious. She's chewing him out in the lobby. I don't know what's going to happen, but it ain't pretty. And she's kind of crying a little bit. I'm like, what is going on? So I go back up there. I'm like, hey, the award for the best diarrhea pill goes to this guy. So he comes out, and then they bring me back, and they're like, you're fired. He's pissed. The CEO is yelling at me. He's like, how could you say that? My wife is furious. You're such a misogynist. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is all Tonight Show stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hope for Seinfeld with this. He's like, you're a disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourself. They fired me. They made me return the tuxedo. They gave the stack of cards to some random Indian guy, and he had to host the rest, and they sent me home.
What?
Yeah.
Did you get paid?
I had to fight for it, but I got like half the money. Look, I did a college gig not too long ago, and I was doing sex jokes, and they're clenching their pearls, and I'm like, you guys don't get it. You call yourself progressive. You're like conservative. You're like You're like Reagan's wife. Oh my God, how dare you? I'm like, you should be having fun, you twat. You're 18. Live your life, you retard. What is wrong with you? Right. This is like, you just heard somewhere that this is bad or problematic or this is not good and we need to shut this shit down. And I'm a hero. Like, you're an idiot. You're nobody. You're a speck, and you're just a bummer. And we don't need a bummer right now. We just lived in a bummer.
And if you're not interested in it, there's many other things you can do.
Yes.
You don't have to fucking protest it. Just don't go to or support it. You know how many things I don't like?
Right.
You know how many things I don't like?
Yeah.
In the business that we're in. And I just don't listen to it.
Yeah, you move on.
I move the fuck on.
And you find people you gel with and
that's it.
relate to, and that's it. And that's life.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird dictator mentality. I don't like this. It must cease to exist. It's problematic. You're like, you sound like Trump, ironically. This guy you claim to hate, you're him. It's all defund the police, but you act like cops. You can't say this. You can't talk about that. You can't joke about this. Like, why don't you just beat me with a nightstick right now, you cunt? I'm dying here.
Oh, shit.
They're
that's
so
great.
mean and hateful, and they want to ruin you. I'm a sweet person. We got to help people. He shouldn't have a job. Get rid of him. It's like, what are we doing? Which one is it? Are you sweet and nice and a hero? Or are you a terrifying human being who wants to ruin people's lives?
Oh, man.
He said fag in 1988. He's the devil. Well, how come I can't evolve? Blow me, whore. Jesus.
Yeah, I was the dirtball of the family. 300 people walked out there, hit that, murdered, brought the house down.
Wow.
And from that point on, I was like, if any of my friends fucking need that, they're getting it.
Man,
Nice.
that's heavy stuff. I mean, so are you.
I ate 45 crab cakes and called it a night.
I do love a good wedding. People shit on wedding. I gotta go to a wedding, but I love getting hammered in a tux.
Oh, dude,
I love
getting
the
dressed
food.
up to get drunk. I love like even St. anything where I'm like, I put on a t-shirt and we go get drunk together. I'm in.
You want to move to get laid? Single guy at a wedding? Get a couple pops in you. Dance with grandma.
That's big.
I'm talking a slow shimmy with that old bag of bones. Oh, every gal there slipping on her own squirt. Works every time.
That's good. Yeah.
This broad's better than night crawlers, you know what I mean? Huh? They come jumping into the boat.
But one time I went to a bar and my friend said it looked like a Marx Brothers movie. Like I was on the table, then I grabbed the fire extinguisher and shot everybody and all this shit. But the craziest thing, my friends were fucking mooks, like animals, football playing, like white guys from the South who wore shorts and tucked their button down in and wore loafers, but fucking went nuts.
Yeah.
And I went out with my friends. We got drunk, whatever. I don't remember anything. I was with my girlfriend at the time. They had to drag me up to my porch at my home, and she's helping, and it's like a Tuesday, it's a school night. And then as a goof, she's trying to get me in the house quietly because my parents are sleeping.
And as a goof, they go, "Hey, Norman!" And my girlfriend looks back, and they shoot us both with paintballs and just like light up the house and light me. I'm like, I don't remember any of this, but she told me.
So bad.
I don't remember a thing. I didn't wake up. I was blacked out through the whole thing. The house is, the whole thing's yellow.
Oh my god!
And they're like, ah! They peel off in their fucking jacked up truck. And then my dad comes out, and he was a military guy, much like your own. He's like, what the fuck? He's having flashbacks. He's flipping out. So he comes out, and he sees me laying there covered in yellow paint and my girlfriend crying. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? So he picks us both up. He throws me in the hallway of the house. He's like, you, upstairs, now. And she's crying. She runs upstairs, and he picks me up and spanks me in the living room. He wasn't a hitter, but he just didn't know what to do. He was like having a meltdown. Spanks me on my ass. I start laughing, and my girlfriend's watching through the railing of the banister of the stairs, and I'm like, my dad's spanking me.
Yeah.
And so he like lays me down on the living room floor, and then he goes, you get down here to her. And he's like, what's wrong with him? Why does he drink so much? Is he depressed? And she's like, I don't know. And then the next day he wakes me up at like 7. I'm like, I can't move. Throws me in the shower with my clothes on, turns it on. He goes, you're going to alcohol therapy or whatever it is. And I was like, what? And he drove me to this lady who like was a doctor and I don't know, had to ask me questions, but I still had, some yellow here and shit. And yeah, it was a wild night apparently. And not to mention, girls do doggy style. Their asshole is completely exposed. I don't want my asshole ever seeing the light of day or a table lamp. Nothing. I don't want to ever have my asshole pointing at the ceiling.
Yeah, that's
even
a tough one.
when I leave the room, I put a shirt in the back there or a cork or something.
You toured Europe with Bert.
Yes. That was a tough 2 weeks.
What? What was that like?
Well, Bert called, and Bert's a friend, and you got to hand it to Bert for being rich. He's shooting movies. He's hanging out with Snoop Dogg, and he's still like a normal, nice fat guy.
Yeah, he really is,
and I appreciate that, and I'll never forget it. Some guys, they got one fucking T-shirt sale, and they're like, "All right, I'll see you in hell." Like, hey, thanks.
Yeah,
but thanks, Tim Dillon. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Tim Dillon is a very funny gay man. But Bert is super cool, and I was like, he's like, hey, you want to go to Europe? And I'm like, trip to Europe, paid to do comedy, drinking, the whole thing. I'm in. When am I going to Europe?
Yeah.
And it was challenging.
Really?
Well, I like to drink as much as the next guy, but I'm a normal human being who gets hungover and is an introvert and likes being alone and all that.
Yeah.
And Bert's like, drinking all night, shots, eating pizza at 5 a.m., then waking up at 9 a.m., hitting the treadmill with a Coors Light, and I'm like, I'm shitting blood, I'm trembling, I'm foaming at the mouth, I'm in a coke den with 2 naked guys. I'm like, what happened? How did we get here? And he's like, hey, I'm at the gym, then I'm going to do some promo. You want to be in my video where we roller skate in our panties? I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. This is day 2. And we got a flight tomorrow at 7 a.m. to Copenhagen, and I don't know how we're going to do this.
So she lives with you at your place?
Yeah.
And that you guys will stay there?
Yeah, I'd hope to go bigger one day.
Sure.
She's gotten much bigger, so we have to... No, I'm joking. But I hope to get a bigger place. And,
has it become more of a couple's apartment than it was when you were there by yourself?
Well, you guys moved, no? You guys moved together.
Oh, you did?
You're not. Yeah, he's not in the.
We were in a shoebox in the pandemic, and we were butting heads.
You own that place, though.
I do.
You
and
sold it?
I rented out to an old Asian lady.
What?
She's the best tenant of all time. She sits in there and knits and does Tai Chi all night. She's quiet. The windows are broken. The locks don't work. There's roaches, and she doesn't notice. It's great. I think she's on opium or something. But her and Tony Hinchcliffe are doing a podcast. But no,
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
Bitch and moan about every fucking thing, about every little, like
I'm with you.
You can just, you can have coffee delivered.
I know.
It's like, it's a fucking amazing place to live.
It's incredible, and there's an escort in the phone book. Everything you want is here, and I don't think we're as racist as we say we are. It's like, well, then why is Oprah doing so well? And, Jay-Z seems fine. I don't know. Maybe you're racist, and you got some shit you got to deal with. I don't know. I think the more Nigerians have moved here than black people were enslaved.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of fun.
I didn't know that.
And then
That's a stat?
That's a stat. Look it up there, Jew face. And then I don't know. I think everybody's doing pretty good.
Definitely, there's certain things that happened in my past where I think other people will feel uncomfortable talking about, but I claimed ownership over it. Like, I was touched by my sister's friend. At the age, she was 13, I was 9.
Ooh.
And and let me tell you, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, well, you're a survivor, but you enjoyed it. I get it. It's all about how you perceive it. I had sex with a 55-year-old when I was 16, which I was the king of high school for a year, but I talked to a lady about it last week, and she was like, "Oh, you're a pedophile survivor." I'm like, "I guess I am. How about that?" I didn't do a one-man show. I didn't tweet about it. I didn't have a hashtag. I just sucked it up and went, "Hey, how about that?"
How was it?
Great. I mean, I sucked, but it was great.
A 55-year-old woman would put it on you. We're talking about figure 4 leg locks, submission holds.
I met her husband. He was just an old queef with white hair, and he can't get it up. So I was rock hard from Jump Street, and she loved it.
I don't know, getting over that. I do think that the upside far outweighs.
Okay.
You know?
That helps.
Yeah.
And talk about discomfort, and talk about a new challenge, and talk about
all
satisfying. Making a good podcast is one thing. Imagine making a good human.
A good human, yeah. And it's really cool. Like, you see your kid develop a personality, and like, you know, you do feel pride. Like, when you're out and my son's like introducing himself to people, being like, it just kills you.
Anyone else hard?
Yeah.
These kids.
They're so adorable.
That's so nice to hear you say, because all we talk about is like, we got to leave a good planet for our kids. Like, hey, how about we leave some good kids for the planet?
Yeah.
Your kids fucking suck.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to you, dickless. You got shitty, snot-nosed, annoying, unpolite kids.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Dude,
you suck. They don't realize they suck, and then they're making... I told an abortion joke recently, and a woman approached me. She was like, "Hey, that's very insensitive. I've had an abortion. You shouldn't tell jokes like that." I was like, "Whoa, hey, sorry. I just told a joke. I think what you did was much worse." We hate to admit it. We've come a long way. Like in the 50s, we had whites only and blacks only water fountain, which is incredibly sad, especially if you're a thirsty Asian. So quiet, so secure, Asians. Every other group's got to brag and boast. Every group's got a slogan. Black people, I'm black and I'm proud. White people, white power. Hispanics, ay. Not an Asian. Asian just head down, grades up. That's it. Asians are the best. You never hear about Asian crime. Never. If I was an Asian guy, I would just start mugging people and be like, "Hey, it's my word against yours."
Boy, I hate flying. That's the worst part about this gig. I hate flying. I like a train. Give me an Amtrak any day. I love a train. Trains have such low self-esteem, No bag check, no security. It's almost like they want a terrorist. I love it. I hate flying. Flying is so high maintenance. Flying's like a high maintenance chick. Like, you want to get inside me, got to get here an hour early, take your shoes off, and do a body scan. You're like, Jesus Christ. Come on. Train's like a fat chick. Like, get a beer, get in here. Racism, it's alive and well, man. I was just down in Knoxville, Tennessee. You guys ever been there? What a shithole. Holy hell. They are 30 years behind over there. You ever go to a town so small they're still racist towards certain white people? They're like, "Hey, watch out over there. That's where the dirty Irish live." I was like, Jesus Christ. Wow, you guys haven't made it to black people yet? And again, these are all jokes. Take it easy. I'm not racist. I look at racism the same way I look at Nickelback, Yeah, it's fun to joke about, but you never want to see it live.
And you're like, it's the 5th one this week.
Yeah, dude.
Like a black girl?
Yeah.
What?
That's what you don't know of this?
No, I'm not on the
You don't know
apps.
if-
I'm
have
not
you
on
ever
Black
dated-
People Meet.
No, dude. It's on Tinder. Do you ever date like a black nerd?
No, never. I've never dated a black. I've banged a few, but I never dated.
Really?
Yeah.
Personal choice, or is that like circumstance? Is that like hard line?
I just never. I don't want to date anybody, but
Sure,
they never
sure.
pursued. So if the girl's like, "We have to date now," I'm like, "All right." We
Yeah, I
gotta
hear what you're
date.
saying. Yeah.
But a black
Makes
chick was
sense.
never like, "Hey, call me."
Exactly.
Yeah.
You never got called.
Yeah. But I've banged a few, and that was great and terrifying. But never dated. What do
Yeah.
you talk about? Cosby?
He's married to a black lady.
What?
Yeah, married to a
This
black
is
What's
his
that like?
second black wedding.
Second black?
Yeah.
Marriage.
What?
I'm trying to add the extra word every time Norman says black.
Tell me everything.
dude, whenever I see women, I shudder. Like sometimes I just look at them like, what the fuck? I'm like,
how powerful.
I'm sorry, man. You guys just kick so much.
But didn't you have that
ass,
experience when she gave birth though? You watch your wife.
Whoa.
Isn't that the one thing? That's the one thing that
nuts.
guys usually switch over and they're like, they are strong.
That was insane. Well, it was like I was crying.
You saw it?
Well, I was on the other end because it was like the
face end.
Yeah, the baby had the umbilical cord around her neck, so they had to do the old fucking
lynching.
Open it up. Yeah, open it up. Yeah, they had it 3 times. I had it, dude.
Sorry.
I had 3. I had it too.
Comedy podcast.
I had it.
Are you married?
No, single.
Virgin?
Of course, yeah.
I can't imagine. I bet you'd be great in bed. You're ripped. You got the best hairline in podcasting.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried yet, so we'll have to see.
All right, well, let me know. Pretty big hog on you? Yeah, I could see you packing a crazy tool downtown.
Mm-hmm. That matters to girls?
Apparently, yeah. That's all I hear about. That Alexa's tricky. I read an article recently. It said Alexa actually listens to everything you say, stores it in a database, could use it against you later. I was like, damn, just like a real woman. Now I'm all nervous. Like, hey, Alexa, what's the weather out there? She's like, why don't you ask Siri? Oh, boy. Yeah, it's got to be hard to be a kid now. I feel bad for kids. So much stimulus coming at kids. iPhone, internet, social media. Remember how happy-go-lucky we were as kids? Not a care in the world. Maybe run to the car. Shotgun. That was like the biggest problem in my life. Shotgun. Yeah, I never see kids doing that anymore. The only time a kid yells it out now is in a classroom. Whoa. Magic Johnson's still living.
Crazy.
He beat Kobe. All right, unlike him, that joke landed. All right, we're having fun. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you coming on, dude. It took too long.
Oh, hey, you got big guy. I mean, you're slumming after Rogan.
You're number 2.
I'll take it.
Not bad.
No fanny pack and no N-word scandal. All right. I read a news article about obesity. They said they're thinking about putting microchips in obese people's brains. It shocks them every time they think about food. I was like, if we have that kind of technology, I feel like we should be using that on pedophiles. Why are we wasting that on chubs? I don't care about your candy intake. I'm worried about your candy output. Priorities, people. Eat all the cupcakes you want. Just don't touch Little Debbie.
The other day's story about that resource officer who arrested the 6-year-old girl and the 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He has officially been fired.
Yeah, of course, because he's dumb.
Wait, what'd he do?
So
arrested
this
a 6-year-old.
Huh? Oh, I didn't know that was
for having
possible.
a temper tantrum.
Well, he looks identical to Cleveland.
He does.
On Family Guy.
He's just not smart. You got to get that guy out of there.
You don't have a mustache like
He's
that.
going to do something even more stupid.
Yep. Wait, are we on?
We're on.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, I almost said a horrible slur. All right. Thank God I asked. My balls are so long. I got my
You got long
it's all
balls?
ugly, and my balls are brown and weird.
What?
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
I think wear and tear. I think I've just beat it up and thrown it around so much it's turned.
Yeah.
It's like elbow grease. You know, your elbow's a little darker. You know.
True, yeah.
And I think it's just like that. It's just stretched and yanked and twisted.
Well, yeah.
all that shit.
What are you? You look like you're like Turkish.
Like Iranian, possibly Iranian.
True. You ever do a 23andMe?
I've gotten Cuban. I had never have. I'm too scared, but I think part
Why?
Sicilian, part French.
Why are you scared?
I don't want to get some black in me. No, I'm just joking. Don't
Write
call
that
the
down.
missus. I don't know. Then you got to have kids. Ooh, kids are scary. I like babies. Babies are fun. You know why babies are great? Because they're not evil yet. There's a million douchebags out there, but you never assume that baby will become one. Isn't that nice? That's why no one ever goes up to a pregnant woman, rubs her belly, and goes, ooh, this one's going to suck. No, it's all up. It's all potential. It's all positive. Oh, it's kicking. Might be a pro soccer player. Right? It's never like, oh, it's kicking. Might hit his wife. Flew here from New York. Man, I hate flying. You know, they let you pick your seat on a plane. I think I'd rather pick the person I'm sitting next to. I don't really give a shit where I am on the plane. It's like a 5-hour relationship. Make it more like a dating app. Obese Nazi with a service dog? Swipe left. Tiny Asian lady with a surgical mask? That's my gal. Yes, she is not a talker, right? But just like a dating app, she shows up with a baby. I'm like, I got catfished.
Hand jobs or drinking?
Drinking. Hand jobs I can get rid of in a second.
Okay.
You ever had a good one?
Hand
job?
Well, Your ex was pretty good. But I had a weird childhood.
How so?
Well, let's see. My dad got a wild hair up his ass and bought a mansion, dilapidated mansion in a poor black neighborhood. So first of all, the house was fucked. We barely had running water. It was, we'd have family meetings like, all right, go shit at school. Don't shit here. We need the water. And then my dad started running out of money, so he made the back half of bed and breakfast, like old style bed. So my mom's whipping up pancakes at 8 a.m. and I'm like, can I get one? She's like, blow me, dick. Eat a bowl of Cheerios, you cunt. And yeah, check me out. Come see me live before I kill myself. So please.